48, 49. You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I don't know if the masses would agree with you on that, but it is my birthday. I don't know if it's my 48th or not. I have an idea, but it is my birthday, and
well, it says here on your Wikipedia page that it's your 48th birthday. It says here on your Pro Football Focus page.
It is different when you have a Wikipedia and a Pro Football Focus page. I think it's
I don't know if
fair
it
game.
Should be, though. I don't know if it should be.
You should talk to the NFL for disseminating that information about you then.
Maybe. Maybe I should, but it's
another
year, man. I think you have to just look at it now as you're blessed and, things are good. I think a Tuesday birthday I kind of like. It's a little more low-key. There's not, you're not going to be out crushing 100 Coors Lights. It's, if you're lucky, you get out and maybe play a little golf and then hang out with your family. I'm not even real sure what I have planned today. I know I'm going to work, and then I know we're going to do something. But outside of that, it's nice getting – do you kind of judge where your friendships are with people and if you get messages from them on your birthday?
People are busy. So I understand if they
because I didn't get one from you. Jesse sent me one. Evan Cohen sent me one. There's a bunch of our Good Karma Brands teammates. So I just, and I'm not saying I knew we'd be on the show. I always wish you a happy birthday on Valentine's Day because I think that's your birthday, right? Valentine's Day.
No, it's the day after Valentine's Day.
It's close, right?
Okay, so
it is close. And
so
you're
wait,
early.
so why I bring that up? Why I bring that up is because Josh Sitton, who is one of my good buddy, and his birthday's the day before mine, so we never forget each other's birthday.
That's nice.
I sent him a birthday wish yesterday. He sent me one on the 15th. He said, "I don't remember if it's the day before or the day after mine, so happy birthday."
Well, that's nice.
No, it's nice, but.
He's being safe because
I know that his birthday's the day before mine.
Well, it's probably apparently it's what's better, him to send you a text 2 days early because he can't remember what day your birthday is, or me to wait to wish you happy birthday till I'm actually talking to you, and then
it's
be
a tough
criticized.
Call. I don't know
for mentioning your age.
The age criticism,
and you're a public criticism. That's fair game when you're a public. Like, you could be in the lists where they say, like, oh, look at the celebrity birthdays today. Oh, Mark Tauscher's 48. Oh, I don't know who else has your birthday, but yeah, you've reached that status.
O.J. Simpson's the big thing. O.J. Simpson's traveling on his white Bronco. That's June 17th. Very similar. I remember.
Big day.
Sitting in the back of a pickup, and as that was going on, the Houston Rockets, I believe, were playing New York. And I was pulling because I was a big Patrick Ewing fan back in the day. So they didn't get it done. John Stark struggled. Oakley, Mason. But anyways, thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it, guys. I do.
Happy birthday to Kendrick Lamar, who turns 38 today.
That's Max's. That's Max's. I don't know any of Kendrick Lamar's songs, but I asked him because originally he was going to go to the Killers concert. We were going to make it a family affair, and for whatever reason, we ended up scheduling I don't even want to get into this conversation. He's got a baseball game. I gave him the opportunity, hoping that he would not skip a baseball game to go to the Killers concert, and he made the right decision. He is not skipping the game. I am, as a manager, going to skip that game, though, to go to the Killers. I think that's the right move.
Happy birthday, Venus Williams, who is 45 today.
Greatest siblings in sports history. No arguments from anybody. Don't talk to me about Eli and Peyton. It's the Williams sisters, no doubt about it.
I'd go Eli and Peyton.
Well, no, there's no question about it. There's none. Like, that is not up for debate.
Also, on onthisday.com/birthdays, happy birthday to Mark Tauscher, born this date in 1977. American NFL player born in Marshfield, Wisconsin.
Go! Hey,
So,
where did they say from Marshfield?
Let me
Again,
well,
I'm not from Marshfield. I was born in a hospital there.
in Marshfield.
Okay.
Well, therefore
That's
you
what
were
they're going
born
off of.
in Marshfield.
By the way, I will get their contact information and notify them that, unlike Venus Williams and Kendrick Lamar, you would like the number of years you've been alive not to be disclosed.
No, I don't actually care. I think in today's day and age, it is what it is, man. I could sit here and fight fights. I'm not going to fight every fight. It's too exhausting.
Happy birthday, Will Forte, the former SNL actor.
Overrated.
And
overrated.
Popeye Jones, former NBA forward.
Yeah, Mavericks, right?
Yes, Mavericks. Did he play? Where did he play?
Okay.
Seton Hall.
Oh, Pirates.
Oh, boy.
Let's see who else we got here. Actor Jason Patrick. There's some Kings. Dan Jansen is 60 today. You share your birthday with our friend Dan Jansen, who is frequently
it's
been
his
on the
birthday,
show.
too?
He
We
is
should have
60
Dan on today.
years old today. 60.
I'll text him and see if he wants to join the show. It could be fun. We could have went speed skating together. That would have been
club.
fun.
Anybody else?
What if he
Better than
wants
the Pink Pony Club.
What if he wants to play football with you instead of you going speed skating with him?
My knee isn't
pass
about as
sets.
bad a place as it's been, so no go. Speed skating would be easier on the joints than that.
All right. Still scrolling.
For the first time, and this makes me sad, it's been like the last 4 or 5 months. For the first time, I'm feeling my age. I've always felt young, even with my wheel. But recently, it's been, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to understand. I'm getting close to that 5-0, and I'm starting to feel it, which isn't fun. For
Greg Kinnear, Joe Piscopo.
Greg Kinnear, underrated. Greg Kinnear, very underrated actor.
Cincinnati Reds shortstop Dave Concepcion.
Now this means a lot. Thank you, Geriad. I feel like I haven't, and you mentioned Klinkster, I haven't heard a lot from the Klinkster lately. I appreciate it from my crew at 565 Analytics that they're wishing me a happy birthday. I'm assuming Geriad talked to Klinkster, so thank you, boys, for all that you do to make this thing go.
Happy birthday,
Appreciate
old
you.
T, from the 565 crew. May the mountains be blue and the protein muffins defrosted.
All right. So it is Tausch's undisclosed number of birthdays. I was going to read this as Bill Raftery, but it's actually Bill Rafferty, who apparently was on the show Laugh-In. Also, Newt Gingrich is 82 today. Barry Manilow is 82 today. Did you know these at all? Did you know other people's birthdays that you shared?
I should have known Venus. I was a
Tennis
big
guy.
Serena Venus fan, so I should have known Venus has the same birthday. But no, outside of that, I'm trying to think if there was somebody else. I thought there was a big-time movie star that has shared my birthday, but it doesn't seem like, as you were naming those names, none of those. Be ironic if Ben Stiller had the same birthday as me.
Unfortunately, some sort of different Patrick Duffy, who was not on Dallas, but
Bobby
instead is
Ewing?
a British economist. So he was born in 1920, and he's apparently still with us. So congratulations to him. He's much older than you. Not that I would mention how old you are. All right, so you don't have any big plans for your birthday.
We have baseball practice. We got kind of normal. It's like a normal day. We're
Just
going to
a
do
regular
something.
Tuesday.
We're going to do something on Juneteenth, as we are not going to be working. So Juneteenth, we're doing something fun as a family.
All right, well, make sure you send in your birthday wishes to the Carbless Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776, to a man whose birthday is listed on Wikipedia, on Pro Football Reference, and on thisday.com, informing you that it is his birthday.
So a lot of people in my life have early June birthdays. My friend John, who's one of my best friends, tier 1 friend, totally have no idea what day his birthday is. I know there's a 3rd, there's a 6th, there's a 7th. I don't know which one is his.
Can you be a Tier 1 friend if you don't know his birthday?
Absolutely, you can.
So, Jesse, this was the question I was asking. I didn't do it as well as you just did. Tier 1 friends, will you send a text to them, and do they send a... I'm not saying call. Obviously, it's nice. But is there an anticipation? I think Tier 2, now, you know, I don't think you're expecting it. But Tier 1 and family, you kind of expect it? Or what's the protocol? And does that move people out of tierdoms if you don't get a birthday wish?
Tier 1 friends, at the least, deserve a personal birthday wish. And that can be a phone call, a text, whatever, a card, however you prefer to share someone a personal message, but not a social media, Facebook wall, happy birthday post. That's not...
It's got to be more.
Yeah, you need more than that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Why have this birthday person whose birthday you can't remember?
John. Yeah.
Is this? I've never heard of a Tier 1 John reference.
John doesn't say much.
There's no Tier 1 Johns.
John, big Brewers fan. He's one of my golfing buddies when I get out. He's the best golfer of our group, so he's very, very solid in that. I texted him the other day and I said, "Hey, you want to go golfing this week?" And that was me wishing him happy birthday, because I couldn't remember when his actual birthday was. And he said, "Nah, I'm busy. We're going up north." I'm like, "Okay, happy birthday. Thanks." But I got away with it. I don't know what day it was exactly. So, yeah. The point being, I don't think it matters if you get someone's birthday exactly right the way that you were saying before. I think
what you're saying is the thought that counts,
birthday
whatever
week,
day it occurs.
I totally agree with you on that. I think if you're within 4 days, I think it should be like, I'm thinking about you. That's how I look at it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the way it would be.
Think about when you send someone a card, like a birthday card. It might not arrive exactly on their birthday, but as long as you're close within a day or two, like the week of, I think you're good. Same thing goes for a birthday text.
And I'll also say this. I don't think this should happen, but when you get cards from people that you might think aren't, according to Jesse, because I don't do tierdoms like Jesse does, it does kind of raise the profile, kind of slides people up in a tierdom, does it not, Jesse? If you get a card from someone that you maybe aren't thinking, it's like, oh, they wished me a happy birthday via card, which is probably the best way to do it. No?
I think it's always nice to get a card. Yeah, I'd say I don't know if it elevates tierdom, but it doesn't hurt your status for sure.
Oh, I think it definitely elevates, doesn't it? Oh, this is what. Look at this. There's my guy. That just made my birthday right there. From a retired Navy fella who has gotten after me for years.
Mr. Tausch. Hope it is a great one from retired Navy fella. One more birthday, born this day in 1923. Tausch is not the only Wisconsin football legend born on this day. He passed away in 2004. Elroy Crazy Legs Hirsch.
Is that right?
Also has today's birthday.
Happy birthday,
he would be 102 today. And I hope from beyond the grave he's not mad at me for sharing how old he would be if he was still alive 21 years later. Time now for Tausch, the birthday guy, to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Well, it doesn't need to be your birthday to upgrade your windows and or doors. And you know what? If you don't want to spend a fortune, Pella's got you covered. The best in the industry, and Pella has a product line for every budget. Right now you can get no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. So if the plan is to wait, guess what? You can get it now and pay later. Start making payments up to 2 years down the road. Certain restrictions do apply. This offer ends at the end of June. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com. What is – I know there's a birthday bar in town. We all know that.
Is that what's happening
Well,
here?
I guess I'm kind of teasing.
Okay, just let me know. I just want to know.
All right. What is the best perk? What places have the best perks on your birthday? I'm interested.
How do we do
have
this without giving free advertising unless we say Well, if you go to Baskin-Robbins 31 flavors, because they've got ice cream, you get a free scoop.
Uh-huh.
Is that what you get?
I don't know, but we only give free advertising to ice cream shops.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Remember during COVID, the chicken sandwiches wars were going on, and we were trying to talk about who had the best chicken sandwich without naming restaurants, and that went as well as you would think.
Yeah, went well. Yeah. I know that there's a prominent coffee company that now has a descendant who's an NFL insider that you get a free drink on your birthday. Is that how we have to play this game?
Well,
Yes.
I'm going to tell you this. Hey, Jason, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going anywhere for coffee outside of Quick Trip. You know that.
Of course not.
So,
but again,
don't worry
you
about
asked
that.
the question. I was trying to answer it in a non-advertisingly way.
That's well done.
Big birthday week. Quick Trip yesterday and you today.
How great would it have been
good.
if today was Quick Trip's birthday? And today
that would have been even better.
Quick Trip Day in Wisconsin. Have we contacted Tony Evers and inquired about his willingness to proclaim this Mark Tauscher Day every year without telling how old he is every year on this day?
I don't think we could handle Quick Trip Day and Tauscher Day back-to-back days.
That'd be a lot. That would be a lot. I'm trying to think. I had a Mark Tauscher Day way back when, and I don't remember if it was Governor Doyle or Governor Walker. I can't remember which governor had proclaimed it, but I thought it was going to go on in perpetuity. It turns out it was just a one-shot deal. So I didn't get the perpetuitous day, which I'm all right with.
According to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Governor Scott Walker declared Friday... I got to check the date here. The story is from June 10th, 2011.
Oh.
Okay, so it's in the ballpark.
Later,
but
Walker
ironically
Friday.
enough, so just to keep it bipartisan, I actually had dinner at the governor's mansion with Jim and Jessica Doyle. And Keelsey was the chef who Max ended up playing hockey with. It's all just one big happy deal. And that's how it goes.
You were apparently, this is a story by Lori Nickel, you had not yet determined whether you were retiring or not. You were at the Greg Jennings Celebrity Golf Tournament.
Okay.
Dealing with some pain in your shoulder at the time.
Sounds about right.
It was apparently June 9th, 2011 that was proclaimed Mark Tauscher Day. I feel good. I really do.
5th. Should have been
the rehab
June 5th,
is going well. My shoulder is feeling a lot better, Tauscher said Friday morning before hitting the links. I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do yet. When the lockout ends, I'm sure I'll get things figured out.
What does this have to do with my birthday?
One way or another.
Whoa, Nelly!
I've had enough. I've had enough.
Kind of sad. Look
Break time.
Tauscher, 33,
Whoa,
said the pain is severe when he hurt his shoulder. It's got your age in this story.
Doesn't seem like the birthday gift he wanted here.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I should have taken the day off.
Well, you can take Thursday off. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
The Bud Pavilion's free concert series Wednesday Night Live features The Toys this Wednesday night. Gates open at 6 with music starting at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with The Toys.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies, they're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about my go-to car wash, Tsunami Express. Get your ride looking its best and ride the wave at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for that perfect shine. Sign up for a monthly membership and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the wait with the fast lane and take advantage of great perks. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant, Tsunami Express has you covered. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to learn more.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down her there. She would merengue.
Happy 82nd. I'm sorry. This is Barry okay with me saying how old he is? Barry, happy birthday, Barry Manilow. We love your music. Jesse, do you have anybody who's famous that celebrates your birthday?
The one I remember is Odell Beckham Jr. I think there's a few others, but that's the one that I always remember. Odell and I, because I think it was the exact same day we were born, the same year and everything. So that's the one that Odell and I, OBJ.
Yeah, I don't have any great ones. I got Jane Seymour motorboating in Wedding Crashers. Matt Groening, who invented the Simpsons. And Megan Thee Stallion. I think those are the best three that I can recall that share my birthday. I think Jerry Royster, the former Brewers manager and baseball player, was the only other one on the list. So we are celebrating Tausch's birthday. We will celebrate it. Oh, I forgot. Chris Farley has the same birthday as me as well.
Well, that's a significant one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he passed away a long time ago. But I would love to have seen what his career arc would have been. Him and John Candy. Wish we would have seen them live much, much longer and do many more films. More happy birthday wishes rolling in. Ian in East Troy asks an important question. Happy birthday, Tausch. Birthday cake or birthday blueberry pie?
Oh, if I'm in Maine, it'd be blueberry pie. But we all know it's ice cream cake. Like, that's
ice cream on top of ice cream.
Well, and the key, again, to a good ice cream cake is the crunch, the caramel, like, fudgy crunch in the middle.
Where do you get that?
Ice cream cake by itself is good. Jana, you all rascal. That's the ice cream cake is what I'm interested in.
And they that ice cream cake you can find at Burger King. Happy birthday, old T. We'll pick the leftovers you pick up from Kluber. Make for a great birthday dinner. It's from Jana in Pittsburgh. All right, we need to get ready to talk to Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike. Before we can do that, Tausch needs to tell us about one of the many things he loves, like his birthday, Coors Light.
Indeed, whether you're tailgating, celebrating a birthday, celebrating a big win after a big golf championship with some mulligans, doesn't matter. You need a moment to chill. Crack open that cold Coors Light. Brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged. Because it is made to chill. It's only 102 calories. That's why I love Coors Light. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open is back at the Bog. Tune in all day on July 15th for our ESPN Milwaukee crew having fun and hitting the links. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open is sponsored by Carbless, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Fifth Third Bank, Cider Heating, Plumbing and Electrical, Gruber Law Offices, Welke's Milwaukee Florist, and Jet Out. Join in on the fun July 15th on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
And now for the Pella play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks, Gina Della from Pella. What a beautiful day to have new windows and doors installed.
Every day is beautiful because Pella installs year-round during all seasons.
It's so hard to guess that next pitch. The customizations seem endless.
And it doesn't have to be super expensive. Pella has a product line for every budget.
And if it is time for a major upgrade, rest easy by scoring no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply on 6/30/2025.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I got to fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRADE25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRADE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRADE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code TRADE25.
The Bog in Saukville is Ozaki County's best golf experience. 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer cater to golfers of all skill levels. Settled amongst over 250 acres of beautiful private land, the Bog offers a truly unforgettable golf experience. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, and after your round, have a signature cocktail while enjoying our Friday fish fry from the clubhouse overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy the Bog.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman. A big focus in America today is your health. And you can't be fully healthy if you are not physically mobile to do the things you want to do. If you're someone that keeps on experiencing that joint pain, then you need to visit QC Kinetics. When I go to QC Kinetics' Greenfield location, I am amazed at everything that they have to give you your life back and finally fix that pain that you're experiencing. Everything they do is top of the line. From the free consultation where you can get an ultrasound of your joints and see what is nagging you in real time, to the effective and long-lasting treatments of PRP and stem cells that they offer to give you long-lasting pain relief. Be one of the tens of thousands of other patients who now have a pain-free life because of the treatments they received at QC Kinetics. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Days away from this band playing at Summerfest. Mark Tauscher, the birthday boy, will be there. Evan Cohen, our guest from Unsportsmanlike, despite an invitation, will not. Evan, good morning. How are you?
Jason, good morning. Happy birthday, Tausch.
Thank you, Evan. Evan was, if you count City texting me 2 days earlier, Evan would have been my first birthday wish at 4:02 a.m. this morning, which I appreciated.
That's not surprising.
He does have an earlier job than the rest of us.
Well, I also figure Tausch gets up early, whether it's pickleball or tennis or kids or whatever else. I mean, he's up early. So
much appreciated. I loved it. That was nice.
Can we talk about that for a second? Are texting times now on limits because of the assumption that no one keeps their text on ring or vibrate or anything like that? Like, because my schedule is, let's say, different than most, if I text you at 4 o'clock in the morning your time, it's not like it's going to wake you up, is it?
You would hope not.
I don't silence my texts, but I also try and not have the. No, it did not. But I got it at 5 a.m. and I saw that it was text at 4:02.
So wait a minute.
Are you not a phone next to the bed guy?
Well, you're charging it, but it's not like right next to me. No, you're not supposed to.
Mine's like
Gary Brecka, who I think we all respect, said you got to have it away. Get it away from you. Get that phone away.
I'm sorry. Who's Gary
I'm not
Brecka?
saying that's wrong.
He's like the red light sauna guy. He's got all kinds of tips that he gives people. Stephen A. Smith has completely transformed his health from Gary Brecka.
Stephen A. is very thin. I never realized that. First of all, Stephen A. was always thin, but now that he's pointed it out, I would never obviously comment about someone's health like that, but he does look better. Like, he was always looking good, but he looks even better.
You were just commenting about Halliburton's health all show this morning.
Well,
what are you talking about? You would comment on somebody's health.
Calf injury. Oh, stop it.
Well, that's health.
Compare a calf injury. I understand that, Tausch. Give me a break. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Wow. You have not made any comments about Luka Doncic being. Hold up. You've never said Luka's out of shape and he needs to get in better shape?
I actually am very careful to not do that because talk about the pot calling the kettle black. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to be. I let others.
Well, you're critical of quarterbacks throwing interceptions, and you threw a bunch of interceptions. So what's the difference?
Oh boy!
How did this cell phone by the bed turn into?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, because I said how old he was. That's why it's been hard to get him back ever since, even though it's public information.
No, I didn't care.
Pro
Jason,
Football
I didn't
Reference
care.
And Wikipedia.
Evan just said he doesn't comment on that. He said because.
I looked it up yesterday. I looked up Tausch's age yesterday to make sure it was not a birthday of significance. Now, I know every birthday is of significance, but it's not a 5 or a 0.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Right?
Like, did you do anything big? Did you do anything big for your 40th? Because I do have big plans for my 50th. I got big plans.
I did not do anything big. Yeah, what are we doing for your 50th? I didn't know.
Yeah, wait, whoa.
I will release that info. It's a work in progress, but there's can you do it and plan it later, or does it have to be within the month of your birthday?
Can you do it and plan it later? I don't understand. So you're going to have a party and then plan it after the party?
Like you want to go to
What you're not
a
understanding
game
is
for your birthday in September?
Yeah, if I wanted to do a Packers
Palooza.
game, that's exactly what I would do. Let's go to a Packers game for my 50th. No, if I wanted to do, let's say, Oktoberfest over in Germany.
Oh,
and
Deutschland.
it isn't in June. It would be in October. Can you still? You get what I'm asking? Do you understand my concept?
I totally do.
Yes.
I am celebrating a close friend's birthday in July, and he turned 50 in May. So, yes, I believe you can do that.
Okay.
I do think it has to be kind of, with those involved, Tausch, it has to be like, hey, we're doing nothing in June because we're all getting together in October, whatever it is. So don't worry about the June thing. We're going to do it in October and go big. Like, it just has to be a preemptive strike by you. Because then some of your friends are going to be like, oh, well, we got to do something for Tausch. Well, no, you don't, because it's going to be done Oktoberfest.
By the way, before we get into actual sports, as we continue to celebrate Tausch's birthday, I was a little behind on my Law and Order episodes from the new season. No, did I miss this completely when it aired? Stephen A. Smith was in Law and Order, and he was murdered by his own son. Spoiler alert! In the episode.
Jason, I have a question for you.
Yes.
If the Packers as an organization ceased to exist outside of your family, what would you do exactly? Because clearly you're not paying attention to anything going on, because this was months ago. I'm just curious. Let's say
March.
This is interesting. This is interesting. Jason Wilde, voluntary hobbies. Okay, so your wife and your kids are going to an unbelievable gymnastics meet that is so great for your family, but you can't go. The Green Bay Packers have ceased to exist as an organization, and Aaron Rodgers has changed his phone number. What would you do?
Ooh, good one.
Well, wait a minute. Now, what was that last one for?
No, seriously.
I'm not texting him regularly.
No. Hold on a second. We have talked about behind the scenes the idea of, like, hey, when he first went to the Jets, should Jason cover some of the Jets stuff? You know what I mean? Like, cover Rodgers, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I'm not going to Pittsburgh. I would.
No Rodgers, no Packers. Family, for great reasons, is away for a week. Great reasons. All positive. You're sitting there with a smile on your face knowing your wife and girls are having the greatest time that they have earned. Mm-hmm. What is Jason Wilde doing all day?
Great question. Probably catching up on my Facebook Marketplace and eBay listings, for one. Two, I would probably... I've got a few that I got to list, yes, indeed. I'm debating whether I should mention the show in the post and say that it's not only a great deal on hangers, but it also may be radio fodder on the wildly popular Wilde and Tausch program. Maybe get some new listeners out of the deal. First of all, I would do what I did before I had a wife and kids, which is I used to volunteer at the Humane Society because I like animals. So that would be a hobby. I would probably try pickleball at the Pickler where I have my membership. I could come up with lots of things to do. I would maybe take up golf again now that I've been challenged for the last 8 years by Tausch to play a round under 200. But this is a world that I don't live in and I don't want to live in.
Right. Right, and I understand that. But you're Jason Wilde. This is the biggest birthday present I could give Mark Tauscher, is dissecting Wilde's life. But Jason Wilde is so, I think that's the right way of saying it, duly focused on Packers and family, not in that order, family and Packers. to a point that Tausch, let's play a game here. The last time Jason Wilde went to a meal with a friend that does not work in and around his family or the Packers, just a quote-unquote buddy of his, I would say under 3.5 years. Within the last 3.5 years or past the last 3.5 years. The last time Jason Wilde went to lunch.
Yeah, under. With the head coach of the UW Oshkosh women's basketball team, Brad Fisher, I had lunch a couple months ago.
Isn't that a recruiting violation? That feels like a recruiting violation.
No, Sid was still an 8th grader. I think I was okay.
Yeah. All right, somebody outside of the sports world.
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. You're probably right. I mean, I have some others that I've probably had meals with that are sports adjacent. So, yeah, again, I make no apologies. Now, this is the choice I make.
Yeah, nor should you. Nor should you. And by the way, I can't see Tausch right now, but if I know Tausch, this entire time, he's got his whatever baseball cap, his long hair, his goatee, he's smiling and biting on a pen. If I know Tausch during this entire
pencil,
thing,
it appears.
Just
very close. Yes, the pencil.
Love it every minute.
You got a pretty good gauge. You got a pretty good read. All right, Evco, we had the discussion along with every other show on the ESPN Wisconsin Planet yesterday about this, which quarterback in the NFC North is under the most pressure. How would you rank the 4 starting quarterbacks as far as who is under the most pressure to win in the 2025 season?
Okay, for me, it's Jordan Love 1. It's Jared Goff 2, Caleb Williams 3, J.J. McCarthy 4.
Okay, we're not far off. Yeah, I had Goff, and my reasonings for Goff are for as good as he's been, I don't get the sense anybody really believes that he can do it. Sean McVay didn't believe it. He so badly didn't believe it that he traded a first-round pick for the Lions to take him. And now Ben Johnson did a great job with him, and Jared Goff deserves all the credit in the world, but they don't have Ben Johnson now. Now it is going to be on Jared Goff, and I think there is an innate pressure that is going to come from that, because if he does struggle this year, and I expect him to have some struggles, and Detroit, their Pella window, I believe, is going to close very quickly. So this year, I think, is huge for him, and I think he, with the new coordinators and with that new part of the staff, I think he is under a big-time pressure because they've had 2 really good opportunities and 2 great looks at going to a Super Bowl, and they fell short both times. Why is that a crazy thought?
So I think all of your facts and logic make sense, but not under the umbrella you put it in or under. So I think if you look at pressure to win, that was the question. Jared Goff has already accomplished more than Jared Goff was expected to accomplish, even though he was the number 1 overall pick in the draft, simply because of the fact that many people wrote him off early because he was coached by a head coach that was not particularly great in Jeff Fisher. And if you think about Jared Goff's career, 2 stops. One with the Rams, he went to a Super Bowl. The other, with the Lions, he helped revitalize a franchise. If you just take top line of the resume accomplishments for everyone in that division, Jared Goff has 1 and 2. Jordan Love would dream of taking the Packers to a Super Bowl. Jordan Love did not have to revitalize a franchise. He had to continue a legacy that was created for 30-plus years. Caleb Williams is required to revitalize a franchise, hasn't done it, obviously only 1 year, and get a team some wins, hasn't done it, only 1 year. J.J. McCarthy is really just being asked to prove why he's the starter. If you really think about it, it's, hey, we could have had Rodgers, we chose not to, probably for a myriad of reasons. Just prove this year that you're worthy of starter, which I think he'll do. Jordan Love, I think, has the hardest thing in front of him to accomplish, and I don't think, on the whole, while I like Jordan Love a ton, I don't know that he's accomplished anything yet as it relates to playing quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, which is akin to you're the center fielder for the Yankees, right? Like, there comes, or now maybe shortstop because of Jeter, but there comes along an expectation with it. You're the coach of the Steelers. You're the coach of Alabama. You are signing up voluntarily, you're extending, voluntarily for a position that's expectations are not of the norm. And Jared Goff's career, Jordan Love would have to sign up for that right now. Wow, that was good.
That was you didn't have to praise yourself because I was about to. That was really good.
I feel like I'll be shorter. It'll be shorter if I do it.
Fair. Yeah, fair. So we've spent so much time, you, Smalls, CC, us, all of our ESPN Wisconsin shows discussing Jordan Love, right? There was the whole regression conversation that flared up, and everybody was talking about it. This NFC North roundtable that, Rob Domofsky did not pick Jordan Love in that roundtable of the 4 beat writers choosing a quarterback. The only one who picked his own quarterback that he covers was Eric Woodyard from Detroit. I'm just wondering, what does Jordan Love have to do that you can go on unsportsmanlike in March of next year and be talking about how he has proven to be a legit franchise quarterback? Not a top 3 quarterback in the league, but a legit franchise quarterback. What, in your mind, does he need to accomplish?
Yeah, so let's just make sure we're clear on this, because I know, Jason, you and I are on the same page on this. We both believe that Jordan Love is going to be a franchise quarterback, and obviously there are levels to that, right?
Correct,
There's
yes.
Favre, Rodgers, Star are on levels that are, like, impossible to reach. But, like, Jared Goff is a franchise quarterback that is on a level that is possible to reach.
Yeah, so not necessarily a Hall of Famer, not necessarily an MVP, but still an unquestioned, he's our guy quarterback.
So, do you hear me or no?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry, I thought I cut out. So I think that you would have to, let's call it, hover around the NFC Championship game and finish in the top 5 of the MVP. Is that a fair ask of Jordan Love this year?
Yeah,
like, meaning
I
if they
think
lose
you got to win
the round of the playoffs.
Got to win a
by
playoff
3
game.
points. Yeah. So second round of the playoffs at least. And then NFC or top 5 in the MVP.
I think that's bold.
That's a huge ask in general. I don't think it's a huge ask for a guy that has already shown the flashes that Jordan Love has, and is paid what Jordan Love is paid.
No. Can't argue that.
So the 2024 MVP voting.
Yeah, what was that? I don't even remember.
So, hold on. Josh Allen obviously won it. Lamar Jackson. What was the difference? Was it one vote? After that,
you could go either way on that. Lamar would have won it if Josh Allen won 2 previously and Lamar never had. So that's just that's more of a let's give it to the other guy this year kind of thing.
Josh Allen 1, Lamar Jackson 2, Saquon Barkley 3, Joe Burrow 4, Jared Goff 5, Mahomes, Jaden Daniels, Jamar Chase, Justin Herbert got some sort of vote.
Yeah, so
Sam Darnold's got some votes.
I would have Barkley out of there. I would never vote for a running back. I would not have put Burrow as high, even though obviously he had an amazing individual season. The word valuable would I'd be thrown off a little bit by that because they didn't make the playoffs and their roster is poor in terms of composition because he chooses who he wants to play with, which is just right. And it's not working out for him so far in terms of winning and losing enough based on somebody who got to the Super Bowl so early. But the point is, that actually is great because Goff's in there, right?
Yeah, he's 5th.
Goff having the year he had last year and the Lions having the year they had last year in many ways solidified him as a top half of the league kind of, hey, it worked out number 1 overall QB almost more than his trip to the Super Bowl did, because they scored, only 3 points in a game against New England where they lost 13-3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, beautiful Super Bowl, though. Beautiful. Defensive struggle.
It was fun
beautiful.
to watch. Competitive for all of us that grew up
Gronk
watching
in
Super
that
Bowls.
run, people will never, ever appreciate, nor should they, because why would they think about this? Gronk's blocking on that run overall. AFC title game against Kansas City, one of the great games ever, and then that Super Bowl, Gronk was an extra offensive lineman. He was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think they did a 30 for 30 on that.
Actually, can I ask a serious X's and O's question to Tausch?
Absolutely.
I'm being serious.
It's
When
his birthday.
you have a tight end next to you as a tackle that can also block, and I don't mean like just chip, I mean like actually block, does it change things, or is that so rare that it's not even comparable to guys like you who actually block for a living?
I would think I had Bubba Franks, who was a very good blocker, and it helps you a ton on some of your front side stuff, and really on the backside too. Yes, it will help you. And then we had times where Kevin Berry would come in, and that obviously was, and we knew we were going to run the football. So no question, today you're going to see less and less of those guys, but the guys like Kittle and what I think Tucker Kraft, guys like that can do both, are going to be even more valuable in offenses that are going to value that.
All right, there's a little X's and O's question. I have another question for you.
Well, I have a question for you before we let you go, though. Unless
I thought
this
you were
is
having
really
Ben Brust on today. I thought you guys didn't like Ben Brust.
Well, we got to have him on anyway.
I think we're mandated to have him on, aren't we? That was one of the mandates.
Oh, okay. So you're just having him on because you have to. All right.
I don't know. I mean, Ben. It depends what Ben's going to bring. I don't know what he's going to bring today. What's he going to be talking about?
Are you going to his wedding? Are you going to his wedding, Tausch?
I am not. No, I'm not going to his wedding. All right. There's no way you're going to his wedding, is there?
I am.
No, I wasn't invited to his wedding, so I would have definitely went. I would loved to have went. What? Did you get invited to his wedding?
I did.
Oh dear.
And as of now, I'm going. Flight booked.
Oh
everything.
boy.
Wow.
All right. Well, that
Did
just
you
ruined
bring
my
this
day.
up to stir the pot?
Jason, be fair. Jason, be fair. You can't be upset because you just said what you said, which is honest. You're not a Ben guy, and I appreciate you owning that. Jesse's interesting. Jesse and Ben, I feel like long-term kind of roller coaster relationship.
Sound exactly like
Ben Brust.
Big rivalry with those
Ben
two.
Brust was invited to my wedding and declined attending. I did not receive an invite to his. That's interesting.
Oh, that's really dirty.
Probably lost in the mail.
Interesting.
Well, I feel better now that Tausch
Great
didn't get
appearance
it.
today.
For once, when I bring up an awkward conversation, you know who's in the best spot? Jason
Me.
Wilde. Can sit back and say, no, Jason is by far. Because Jason knows, hey, I work with this guy, whatever. I shouldn't be invited to his. He wouldn't be invited to mine if it was today. It'd be like no big deal. But the other two, Jason, this is a good one for you. You can poke at these guys now for
It's a
this.
W.
Because
Yeah, it's a
Jason-
W for
in
me.
fairness,
relax.
in fairness to Ben, I would not invite Ben to my wedding either. So it's probably fair. I can't complain.
Well, in fairness to Ben, I would not invite Ben to my wedding either.
Well, there you go. That all evens out.
In fairness, by the way, in fairness to everyone, I wouldn't invite anyone. I wouldn't want. I had a very small wedding, and I'm not a big wedding guy. I don't want an over the top wedding for me.
Yeah.
Would Tausch be invited to my wedding if it was today? And would I be invited to Tausch's? Tausch, this is good. Let's have this discussion now.
There's no doubt about it. You guys
You
like
wanna
to
do this
pretend you
on
don't
air?
like each other. What are we doing?
Yeah, I would definitely invite. I just invited you and your wife to the Killers concert, and you declined that. I would want you to. I'd have you
I
come
didn't
up
get
with some
invited
way
to that.
Jason didn't get invited.
And I like the Killers
So,
almost
there
as
you go.
much.
You guys don't hang out. You guys don't hang out.
Yeah, but I would have liked to have gone to that concert.
One of the last places I would ever picture you is at a concert. No offense.
Jason won't even stay for lunch after our show tomorrow at the Hard Rock.
You won't even stay at Hard Rock Casino Rockford to get a free lunch. You won't even do that.
We have a lot going on this summer.
Yeah,
We're
whatever.
going to see Matt
Carney. Just say it. You act surprised. Like you should be surprised.
We're going to Summerfest for the State of the Packers.
The only concert you'll go to is if you're VIP backstage. You've said that numerous times.
Well, Megan Maroney, I might.
And let me tell you something. We're taken care of very nicely at the Killers concert. That's all.
I bet you are.
We're in a very
I'm sure you are.
Sounds like the kind of concert I would have liked to have gone to.
Yeah, you would have probably.
Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
You have a band that you like. You get free tickets. You're not going to go because you're not backstage?
No, he just says that.
You had free tickets, but they weren't VIP'd,
no.
And that's why you didn't come to the AmFam concert. You know it's true.
No, it's not. That's not true. That's the
Dan
narrative
Kelly,
you created.
an avid listener. Dan can tweet or text the show and tell us that is true, because it is.
Okay.
Wait, I know Dan Kelly is a wonderful guy. I've hung out with Dan Kelly. He's great. So what did he invite you to?
Darius Rucker, I think, was the show.
Yeah, he was
Go
good.
ahead, text him right now. I can see you're texting him. It was not because...
No, I wasn't texting. I wasn't texting.
Unless you're playing guitar for him, what, Jason needs to be in the band?
No. It became a thing on the show. It became a thing. I do love Hootie and the Blowfish. It became a thing.
Willie and the Blowfish.
Yes. Never understood why they weren't more popular.
That might be the new name of this show.
I think we should end it there. That may be one of the greatest lines in history of Wilde and Tausch. I do not need to defend myself further. Evan, it's always great catching up with you. Enjoy not going to Ben's wedding, and we'll talk to you again next week.
No, I am. I am going to Ben's wedding.
Oh, I thought you declined it. You're there. You're going.
No,
Jesse declined.
I already booked the flight.
No,
I already booked the flight.
I wasn't invited. Ben,
no, he declined yours.
Ben declined
and then didn't invite
and
you.
his gift to me was a $40 Venmo that said wedding.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Oh, my God. He Venmoed $40?
Yeah.
That's it?
COVID. Times were tough for everybody then.
Ben Brust played a decade in the NBA. The guy's a millionaire. Oh, my God. $40? You know what, Jesse? Maybe I should give that as his gift.
I was just going to say.
$40.
Wedding.
Ben Roman say Jesse's wedding. Wow.
Thanks, Evan.
Wow.
All right. What a day. What a great birthday gift I just got there by having Evco. Thanks, Evan.
I think he might already be gone. We will continue the 9 o'clock hour at 10 o'clock. Next.
Wait, we're not done?
Tausch. Nope.
On the air, on demand, on... This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance, world-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Erica, it's good to see you.
How are things at our amazing Germantown location?
Absolutely fantastic.
We heard you had a bold idea. What is it?
We're celebrating our 45th year in business, so I think we should give away some natural diamonds.
Wow, that is a bold idea. How many and how big?
3/4 carat. 9 natural diamonds, each one clarity enhanced for maximum brilliance. 1 diamond for each store.
How should we mount them, Erica?
We'll give them away as diamond pendants.
So each of the 9 Kessler stores will have their own diamond pendant to give away?
Yeah, and all a person will have to do is to walk into a store and register to win.
Can a person travel to all 9 stores and register at each one?
Yeah, why not? And people will have from now until July 28th to register.
I'm in.
Me too.
It's unanimous, and people should bring in all their old jewelry so that we can professionally clean it for them for free.
That makes so much difference.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The Golden Mast is offering relaxing rides on Okauchee Lake aboard their brand new Bay Runner pontoon patio. Enjoy 2-hour cocktail cruises on Thursdays and Sundays. Get tickets at goldenmastin.com. Private event rentals also available. Bigger boat, more people, more fun. goldenmastin.com.
This fall, build your perfect Wisconsin football game day with a mini pack. Pick any 3 games, including Big Ten matchups like Washington, Iowa, and Ohio State, and save while cheering on the Badgers. Big matchups, big moments, and it's all on your schedule. Football mini packs are available now. Create your custom game day experience today at uwbadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS. First touchdown to the 5th quarter. There's always something to enjoy. Football game day starts here. We'll see you at Camp Randall.
Set sail this June for a boundless bounty at Potawatomi. Come aboard, and you might win a share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Boundless bounty this June at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Thanks as always to Evan Cohen. We always enjoy his visits with us. You can catch him every weekday across ESPN Wisconsin on Unsportsmanlike and also on the ESPN family of television networks. We do have Ben Brust scheduled to appear. I get along fine with Ben Brust now. Was I angry with him for his stunt of the Aaron Rodgers jersey at training camp and the fallout that I had to deal with from the Packers organization? Yes, but I think Ben does a really good job at what he does, and part of what he'll be doing is emceeing the Made 'em Believe event that's coming up next week. We'll talk about that a little bit later when he joins the show. Tausch, are you, since you didn't get invited, are you sending him a wedding gift?
No. Why would you do that?
I'm curious what the policy is when I would have thought if any of the 3 of us would have gotten an invite, it would have been you.
Yeah, I would have thought that too.
I would have thought that too. Yeah.
So no, there will be no gift. No. All
From
good.
Brianna.
All good. All love on my end.
From Brianna in Milwaukee. Happy birthday, Tausch! My daughter turned 5 last week, and she asked for her own
Brianna.
radio.
Let's go.
So she could listen to Wilde and Tausch.
Oh, yeah.
Well, happy birthday, and Brianna, send us your daughter's name so we can wish her a happy birthday specifically, because that's awesome. And it's a good thing we keep it clean most of the time.
We also have a special image that was sent to us wishing Tausch a happy birthday from an avid fan of the show.
Oh, I bet I know who it is.
The Gootinator?
No, it's got to. Oh, Jackrabbit Mama! Let's go!
Wait, did Jackrabbit Mama make that herself, or did she enlist Greg on Twitter to do it for her?
That's what I thought Greg would have something for us, too, but that's a good-looking cake. Now, if I'm going to do a cake, you guys know I'm going to do the funfetti with the funfetti frosting. That's the cake. That would be the birthday cake of choice outside of the ice cream cake.
And again, I had a few people text me to say Burger King doesn't have birthday ice cream cakes.
Oh, really? Wow.
So, again, if you happen to miss that day, we were trying not to say Dairy Queen on the air, and we talked about royalty.
This is going to sound weird, but I've never had ice cream there before. But I've had their chicken sandwich. That's what they're known for.
Still one of our great moments. Burger King.
That was something.
All right, we need to get to the 10 o'clock hour. Before we can, this is no laughing matter. If you've been injured in an accident, seriously injured, and I hope you never have to make the call. I say that to you every time I tell you about Gruber offices, because I mean it, but they don't want you to call them either unless you've been injured. Then you need to call the best in the business, and that's who David and his team are. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666, or go to the website, gruber-law.com. Gruber Law Offices, one call. That's all. The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch kicks off in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about my go-to car wash, Tsunami Express. Get your ride looking its best and ride the wave at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for that perfect shine. Sign up for a monthly membership and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the wait with the fast lane and take advantage of great perks. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant, Tsunami Express has you covered. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to learn more.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch, as usual, gets underway late. We have a few things planned for today's program, but we do need to get to Ben Brust on time, and so we'll hold off on the unheralded Packers from the roundtable piece for the NFC North, because I do want to address something.
Oh, just wait a second. When you just said that, who are the heralded Packers?
Great question. Let's do that later, too.
All right.
Well, just because I do want to get to trivia so we can get to Ben on time, so we can get out and get that portion of our show that we're devoting to Ben over with as quickly as possible.
That is very responsible time management by Jason. I appreciate his efforts here.
So Michael is kind of the pot stirrer usually in the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube chat.
Klinkster?
No, not the Klinkster. Different one. And he was... he has moved. He was in the Madison chat. Then he moved over to the Milwaukee one where he said, I was just over at ESPN Madison. Bunch of J-Love haters and Matt LaFleur apologists over there. So here's what I wanted to say, because what Michael said back in the ESPN Madison YouTube chats, and look, I'm not addressing him individually because I'm upset at him. I think it's actually a really good topic that he's generating with his view. I never said to fire LaFleur immediately, Michael writes. I am saying this season is on him and not fully on J. Love, as some like Wilde imply. Okay, I want to be clear here. This is an enormous season, as I have said many times, for many people, and it's not just for Jordan Love, right? We have talked about the wide receivers and how crucial it is that Reed and Wicks show what they're capable of. The defense was great, but we need to see what Quay Walker is, because now he is in a contract year, having not gotten the fifth-year option. And Devontae Wyatt, I want to see if he's as good as advertised. I would like to, because he was pretty good before he hurt his ankle last year. I would like to see Rashawn Gary put together an actual elite season as a pass rusher. But it's also a big season, and I'm going to write about this at Channel 3000 later today when the embargo is lifted from the Friday conversation that I had with a number of other beat writers with a certain someone in a high-profile position with the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh, could it be?
Why was there an embargo?
Because there are some other interviews that needed to also occur with this person, and we want everything to be fair for everyone. So the beat writers got it first, but there's other groups that are also talking to him.
Would you say that was that embargo a policy in place?
Some might use that phrase. But Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst, and I would like to get to this in a greater level, maybe tomorrow, after I've written the story. They both have 2 years left on their existing contracts. Remember those extensions that no one announced?
How do we know? We have no clue. They don't put anything out there.
Remember those extensions that were never announced, which I think that policy might change. But you could at least say multi-year extensions and announce it, because that's a good thing. It's good news that you have a GM and a coach you want to keep. As opposed to other teams that are announcing firings fairly regularly.
I guess, yeah.
But they have this year and next year remaining on their current contracts. I don't think that the Packers, as a policy, want to have lame ducks. So after this season, there will be some decisions to be made. Now, do they, you see this with the UW Athletic Board where they roll over an extra year each year to coaches. And when they don't get that rollover year, that's when it's like, ooh, this person might be on a little bit of thin ice or on the hot seat. I don't know what the policy will be for the Packers, but it's a big year for the GM and the head coach, too. And there's a new president in town. And I'm not saying that the new president...
Name? What's his name?
His name is
again?
Ed. His name is Ed.
What's his last name, though? I keep hearing these policies. Oh, okay. I've heard the word policy 300 times, and I'm like, I'm confused here. Okay.
Ed embargo.
An embargo. All I'm saying is that I don't think their seats are warm, but this is a pivotal year for the GM and the coach, too. I don't think if things go spectacularly poorly, that's a different discussion. I don't expect that to occur. But if they are 10-7 and lose as the 7 seed in another first-round playoff game, I do think there will be conversations like Jesse wanted to have about the reigning manager of the year. I don't know that it's a huge deal, but for Michael to suggest that people think this season is all on love, I got news for you, Michael. It ain't. Nobody thinks that. But the quarterback gets talked about more. That's how this works. That's the drawback of being the star quarterback with a $55 million base, $55 million average for your salary. So that's, like, again, there are a hell of a lot of people that have to do a really good job for the Packers to be the team that Matt LaFleur thinks they're capable of being. And that includes Matt LaFleur. And that includes Goody. And it includes Jordan Love, and it includes a bunch of other people as well. Is that a fair assessment? Have I articulated that clearly now?
Welcome to the NFL, bro. Like
yes.
This is the world you live in. Now, unless you just win a chip and you get a fat new deal like Sirianni, let me tell you something. Sirianni has a bad year this year, and they struggle that following year. People are going to be after him. This is hard. These jobs are difficult. You're under a ton of scrutiny. Mm-hmm. It's never, if you don't win it all, it's just never enough. And then especially when you start factoring in expectations. So obviously Ed Policy is going to be taken over here shortly. And you, what?
No, you can say his name. That's fine.
I don't get it.
I thought his name was Ed Embargo.
Ed Embargo. I guess I did not get embargoed. I want to say it's the end of June, and I think anytime, for players, there's always a ton of angst when your coach gets fired, the GM gets fired, because you know what happens? There's a reason they bring in new people. It's because you stunk, or it's because you weren't good enough. And you know what they think when they come in? Oh, I'm not going to get caught up with this cast of characters. I'm going to bring my own guys in. I want to do it my way. I'm going to Sinatra this. Now, unfortunately, I don't have Sinatra on my thing. Sinatraing would be good, too. I don't have that on my little thing.
Wait
yeah,
a
this
minute.
thing's awesome.
All mine says is Tausch was right.
Yours says
that.
Other
things on yours.
This was a birthday present, early birthday present from Helms.
Josh Sittner.
And I got this. Talent outs.
Oh, Denny Tauscher.
Nutwhack. Wow.
Yeah.
And the game room's closed.
Oh,
and
Truman Up's a good one to have. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that covers a lot of bases that I like covering. But the bottom line is I didn't know because they didn't announce. Nobody had a clue. Sounds like there's 2 years left on both these guys' deals.
That is our understanding.
Win, and you're good. Now, the question is, if Goody's representatives and Matt LaFleur's representatives go and say, well, new sheriff in town, I want me a new deal. I want me some of that bread. What is Ed Policy going to say? Because now Ed's in the big boy chair.
Yeah, and let me chime in on that because Rob Domofsky was the first to point this out. I had forgotten this, so credit to Rob. One of the things that Bob Harlan did before passing the baton to Mark Murphy was sign the head coach and the general manager, and really the general manager and then the general manager signed the head coach, Ted Thompson, Mike McCarthy, to extensions. And Bob signed off on Mike's, and obviously gave the one to Ted. He made sure that both those guys had extensions in place when Mark Murphy took over, so they were in a good spot and were a little insulated by a changing of the guard in the presidency. Now, they went and took that and went and won a Super Bowl in 2010 and then got new extensions again, which actually, if I recall correctly, were announced right away because they'd won a Super Bowl. So I don't know what the future holds, but this is an interesting scenario, and the reason why I wanted to use Michael's YouTube comment was because it's a big year for a lot of people, and it ain't just the quarterback. And if you think that's what we've been saying on this show, you haven't been listening.
Quick question for you. And I know you're going to answer this because it's my birthday. And I don't ask a lot from you.
Well, I don't know about that.
You think I ask a lot from you?
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say.
We're in a whole different world if you think that.
I wouldn't say you ask a lot of me. I would say that a lot is at times required of me without you asking. That's how I would put it.
I don't. That is the biggest word salad I've ever heard. Don't have a clue what any of it means.
Good.
But here's the deal. No, I don't.
Good.
Green Bay goes 7-10.
Oh dear.
This season.
Woof.
Who would be more likely from Ed Policy's desk to get the ba-boom? The Gutenator or LaFleur?
That's a great question because my understanding is that he is not a fan of putting coaches or general managers in lame duck status. If they went 7-10, I don't think you could fire either of them, but I don't think you could extend either of them either.
But you can't leave them on a one-year deal. I've lived in that world. It doesn't work.
I agree. Mike McCarthy just went through it. We'd have to call him and ask him what that's like. I would think.
Oh, he's back in town. The big dog's back in town.
I'm going to answer this question. Not because it's your birthday, but because I'm willing to answer it. Because if I didn't want to answer it, I don't care that it's your birthday. I think coaches generally get less rope. So I think it would be Matt LaFleur. Fair or not?
Wow.
Do you agree or disagree?
Yep. It's my birthday. I'm not answering it. I'm asking the questions today, Sheriff.
Time for trivia. Jesse, what's today's category, and what caller would you like?
Badgers Trivia Tuesday is back for one summer Tuesday only. Badgers Trivia Tuesday today with Ben Brust coming up.
By the way, somebody was giving me a bunch of grief on Twitter yesterday. I don't remember who it was. A regular
retired Navy fella?
No, that was a great birthday wish from the RNF.
Sure.
I loved it. This whole NCAA and how I said it was garbage and all this other stuff, the NCAA has not enforced anything. So I'm sorry, I'm not being a Wisconsin homer in this case. The NCAA is irrelevant. That was my point. And I didn't think I was making some controversial statement. I had some guy questioning my ethics yesterday.
That's got to sting.
The day before my birthday? And he's questioning my ethics? Like, come on now.
We are no longer going to get the Brust on
NCAA
time.
doesn't regulate anymore. Nope. It's not what they're doing.
Nope,
they don't have it.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Nothing. I'm sorry that you were
Thank you for that.
No, what?
offended by this person questioning your ethics.
Could have just tweeted back at them. Would have saved us a few minutes.
Caller number 17, not caller number 48, because 48 has nothing to do with today. Caller 17 for June 17th, because it's Tausch's birthday. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 17 plays trivia presented by Vortex Golf. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde
and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker, it's a three. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe, a special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky, the drop stab, that's his favorite. And the two.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. Looking to simplify your everyday banking? Our checking and savings accounts offer the tools you need, plus the friendly, simply local service you deserve. Enjoy competitive rates, 24/7 online and mobile banking, and real people ready to help right here in your community. Whether your checking balance is at midnight or stopping by one of our branches at noon, Great Midwest Bank has you covered with a variety of new and improved account options designed for your unique needs. Great Midwest Bank, simply local and member FDIC.
Take your game to the next level with Vortex Golf. This employee-owned brand out of Wisconsin brings you premium rangefinders like the Blade, Blade Slope, and the Anarch, packed with features like image stabilization, pin spotter mode, and rock-solid accuracy. Backed by a legendary no-questions-asked VIP lifetime warranty and unmatched customer service, Vortex has you covered. Ready to upgrade your gear? Visit maplehillgolf.com and search Vortex to see the full lineup. Vortex Golf, you can bet on it.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Landworks handles projects of all sizes. From a cozy pocket patio lush with greenery to a grand outdoor hosting space and everything in between. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all of your landscaping needs. The Landworks team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
It's what you wait for all week. The three-pointers, the rebounds, the thrill of every shot. Win or lose, it's the hope that keeps you coming back. The dream that this time, it might be your year. And so you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when the pressure's on, your support is everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Save big money on your outdoor project at Menards. We make landscaping simple with our free, easy-to-use design program and step-by-step project guides. Plus, Menards has the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscape block at the best prices. Save big on everything when you shop at Menards. Visit us in-store or on menards.com to see our full selection of landscape blocks and get your outdoor project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The celebration of Tausch's undisclosed birthday continues. Caller 17 joins us to play trivia after we remind you who brings us Wilde and Tausch Trivia.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
God, I wish I had a voice like Big Voice Guy. He's just so good. Speaking of good, my favorite high school football program, other than the Jaguars, of course. Let's go Norskies! Let's go! And I really enjoyed the track team once upon a time. It is time for trivia. Let's welcome in our contestant. It is former Norskies head football coach, Aaron Mack. Coach, good morning. How are you?
First of all, happy birthday, Tausch.
Thank you, Coach.
Did you know it was his 48th birthday?
Good to finally get back on here with you guys.
It's been a while. I don't think you were on it yet a game. I think that following, right? Didn't you call in and you had a game?
He did play trivia one day that you had a game that night and you were playing trivia with us. And I admired that.
That was a lot of criticism.
I think they whooped Wanakee.
Questioning whether you're focused on the game. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We were 0-3, and I think the for sale signs were coming out in the community that year.
It's a hot market right now, so that's good. That would have been good.
But then we went on a heater and won like 6 out of 7, so it was okay.
All right.
Well, I can certainly understand why people are moving to DeForest. It's a lovely area. You got that huge Fleet Farm out there. It's a beautiful area. All right, Aaron, let's go play. The category is Badgers Trivia Tuesday. Tausch, what's your role today?
I'm going to take off. My birthday.
It's your birthday.
I'm going to let you handle
Sure.
Coach.
Mm-hmm. Just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
That's what I figured we'd be doing. All right. Coach, question 1 is this. Wisconsin football opens the 2025 college football season on Thursday, August 28th, hosting which MAC opponent at Camp Randall Stadium? Is it Miami of Ohio, Miami of Florida, or Middle Miami State?
Let's go Miami of Ohio.
Indeed,
Jesse, that would have been a great time for you to say Moon's over Miami. That would have been a great one for the third one.
You're right. Missed opportunity. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for the feedback.
Constructive criticism. That's what
thought you were taking this off.
Question 2.
Chime in. I'm a chime
He's a
guy.
chimer. Yeah,
big chime guy.
Chimer. The big chimer. Question 2, Aaron, is this. Which of these college basketball blue bloods, easy for me to say, which of these college basketball blue bloods was not one of the teams Wisconsin defeated in the NCAA tournament en route to the men's basketball national championship game in 2015? Wonder why that's included in this trivia. Was it not North Carolina, not Kentucky, or not Kansas?
Not North Carolina. Kansas.
I would have gotten that one wrong too. I would have said North Carolina too. It was
we
Kansas.
all remember Kentucky. There will be no undefeated
In Arizona,
champion.
Right?
Yep,
Kentucky and Arizona, and then they got beat by Duke.
Correct. Yeah, Arizona was the Elite Eight, Kentucky the Final Four, Carolina was the Sweet 16, and Oregon was the round of 32.
That's a lot of really good basketball teams they beat on their way to the national championship game, which they should have won if Coach K hadn't worked the refs the way he did. All right, question 3.
My bad, boys. Hopefully I didn't mess up the perfect week.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
Great.
But it's
Watch out for those for sale signs. All right, question
Happy
3.
birthday to Tausch. Yep.
Is this?
Give him another entry.
Give him 48 entries. Former Wisconsin Badgers fullback Alec Ingold is scheduled to appear on the Jump Around on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel this afternoon. Dude, he is another one of the great NFL stories. Ingold went undrafted, but made his NFL debut playing for which team in 2019? Was it the Los Angeles Chargers, the Oakland Raiders, or the Kansas City Chiefs?
That would be the Raiders.
The pride of Bayport High School and the pride of the University of Wisconsin. Yes, Alec Ingold, who, by the way, I think it was during the Thanksgiving telecast when the Packers played the Dolphins, which are his current team. They did a huge piece on his charitable work, and it was really, really good. I recommend tracking that down. He's a good dude. All right.
Hey, Tausch, are you going to be over at the baseball complex this weekend in Sun Prairie? We're bringing our 9U team over.
We are. I don't believe so. I think we actually are off, so I'm going to take a weekend off. I got some softball up in Beaver Dam this weekend. Oh. So I'll be up in Beaver Dam.
Good stuff. Hey, bench number 23 on your Little League team. He doesn't deserve to play. Okay. Bench that kid till he gets a haircut. All
right, well, I'll make sure we get that done.
Is his last name Mac?
20. No, it's Ryan.
Yeah, okay. Logan.
But nonetheless, he needs a haircut before he should see the field.
All right, I will let him know. I'll tell you what, he took a beating on Sunday. Took, I think, 3 hit batsmen, and he still battled through, competed.
All right.
I don't think when your manager is Mark Tauscher, you can make personnel decisions on hair length.
True.
Okay.
That's a good call.
Just one man's opinion.
Good call,
Jason. The youngster needs to have a little hard time, so go ahead and give it to him, Tausch.
Coach, we appreciate you. You've got 3 of the possible 4 entries into Friday's drawing. You are eligible to win the great prize pack from Vortex Golf, and then you and Tausch can hit the links after baseball. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, keep up the good work. I love listening to you and love you guys.
Thanks, Coach. Guys. See, I love the love. Coach Gotta love the love. Gotta love the love. All right, that is Wilde and Tausch Trivia presented by Vortex Golf. Up next, Made 'em Believe.
Look at him. Look at that pretty guy. Look at him, huh?
Most importantly, his hair has grown back, which I think was important.
He looks good.
As there were some of us who were concerned, most notably his lovely better half, that maybe it wouldn't make a comeback quickly enough for nuptials. He will join us to discuss Made 'em Believe, which is coming up next Thursday, a week from Thursday at the Orpheum Theater. You can still get tickets, uwhoops2015.com. Ben will talk about it next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Summerfest is almost here, and we're going to send you to all 9 days. It's Summerfest on us. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to bring a friend and have the best summer ever at the big gig. Summerfest on us. Register today in the ESPN Wisconsin app under the contest tab.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman. A big focus in America today is your health. And you can't be fully healthy if you are not physically mobile to do the things you want to do. If you're someone that keeps on experiencing that joint pain, then you need to visit QC Kinetics. When I go to QC Kinetics' Greenfield location, I am amazed at everything that they have to give you your life back and finally fix that pain that you're experiencing. Everything they do is top of the line. From the free consultation where you can get an ultrasound of your joints and see what is nagging you in real time, to the effective and long-lasting treatments of PRP and stem cells that they offer to give you long-lasting pain relief. Be one of the tens of thousands of other patients who now have a pain-free life because of the treatments they received at QC Kinetics. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th. Play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. Grab one with hot food. That's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, all the way to a $250,000 grand prize. So open the app and get climbing. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents residing in Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, North Dakota, or Wisconsin. Ends August 17th. Bonus plays require qualifying purchase. See full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Kyle Brust and Norman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies, they're part of their community. Personalized American family insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns, it's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Joining us now, I'm being told that ticket sales have been great for this, but we still have a few left. Like, we're trying to reach full capacity of the Orpheum Theater. So tickets are still available on a limited basis for Made 'em Believe, the story of the 2015 run to Indianapolis.
I would make an argument, Jason, that this team, for me, probably the most enjoyable fandom experience I had as a just straight-up fan. This postseason run was it for me.
Yeah, it was remarkable, and my recollection, it was the year before we started the show, but my recollection was just spending that entire championship Monday going, oh my God, Wisconsin's in the national championship game. Like, I'd seen the 2000 team go to the Final Four. Homer had covered the 1941 team in the Final Four. That's low. He likes to call it the Old Testament. I want to make sure that he's getting his proper credit as Abraham. But the idea of playing for a national championship and at one point having a 9-point lead in the national championship, incredible. This guy was not on that team. But he'll be hosting the celebration.
Latvia. I think it was in Latvia. Latvian Orthodox.
After an impressive run with the Milwaukee Bucks Summer League team, dishing to Giannis, and now hosting KBN after the famous days of On the Rocks and Scalzo and Brust. He will be your host for this intimate night at the Orpheum Theater, Thursday, June 26th. UWHoops2015.com for tickets. It is Ben Brust on Wilde and Tausch. Ben, congratulations on your nuptials. Why didn't you invite Tausch to the wedding? And then we'll get to basketball.
There's some big regret going on as I look through the guest list. I'm staring at one person at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio that is I have to look him in the eyes every day. Josh DiMaggio, and no, I wronged that man.
He produced for you for 5 years, right?
And our whole thing was the Scalzo and Brust family. And I broke up the family aspect.
Yeah, family.
And Tausch, you were part of that family. Jason, you were part of that family. So if everyone wants to be mad at me, I can take it. I can take it.
Benny, what is the what's the hit rate? Like, you invite...
Well, Jesse, why did you put yourself on camera? You're not part of the Scalzo and Brust family.
Hey, oh my God. So Benny, you put your invites out. What is the RSVP yes rate? Is it 70%? What does it usually come back?
It's too high right now. It's way too high. We sent out the invites way later than we were supposed to, hoping that on a Friday we would get that 80 to 75% of the guest list. We've gotten not enough no's, and it's weird. It's like I feel bad saying this.
No's come in late though.
I need some no's. You know, I need some no's for the capacity.
I need to know. I need to know.
I got a question for you guys.
Okay, so there's more space at the Orpheum than there is at your wedding.
1
just
million
to be clear.
%. 1 million %. Now we have done a great job of filling the
Orpheum. Because we were on the cut line, I'm sure. I would have sent you a no.
Yeah, I know that. I've been along.
Wilde's a great no guy.
That Jason wants to be invited, even though he'll tell you he's not going. He just still wants to see the piece of paper.
I do like.
You know him well.
Yep.
You know him well.
Very fair.
Which is why I didn't
Benny?
send one to Jason. My question to you guys is:
gonna send me an Aaron Rodgers jersey instead, autographed by Matt LaFleur. Am I right?
That would be a really, really bad idea. Who would think to do something that stupid right during training
Only
camp?
a complete idiot. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree
All
there.
right, what's your question?
My
for
question
crying out
is, as you were bringing the show in, talking about the 2000 Final Four team, when Homer covered Marquette, so I've made this very clear. If in my lifetime Badger basketball or Badger football wins a national championship, I will get a Bucky tattoo on one of my butt cheeks. Do you think in our lifetimes that one of these two teams will actually do it? Because 2015 felt as close as it's going to be for a long time until there's more regulations in NIL. And even then, it's going to be an uphill battle, just, as you're trying to balance two powerhouse, programs that were powerhouses. You're trying to get back to the top. In our lifetimes, will I have that tattoo?
God.
Yes.
If
you think about it this way, football obviously has a ways to go. We've had a couple of down seasons. This is a big year for everybody involved. But from a basketball standpoint, if they don't have to go out to Denver to play BYU, this team this year, I thought, had an opportunity to do it. And I think what Greg Gard has done, and how with Kirk Penny and with Crabb, all the guys, I love where they're at. And I think all it takes in hoops is to catch that lightning in a bottle. Football's a lot harder. Football, you're going through a murderer's row now of teams. They're no longer, you just beat Purdue, you beat Minnesota and Iowa, and you're going to end up in Indy. That's just not where we're at. Basketball, it feels like we're tracking. It feels like we're tracking, and all it takes is to get hit on one or two guys, and you're in a great spot.
Old T, you happy birthday,
Why?
48. So in the next 50 years,
Thanks,
and
buddy.
I might poll this unless you guys want to. Over the next 50 years, which team do you think has the best chance of winning a national championship? And I probably agree, based off the setup right now, that it's basketball. But at the same time, a lot can shift.
Well,
like there was bad years for football, and then they turned it around. And if you have the new college football playoff format, the Badgers might have been in there a couple times over the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm. I think football is harder because there's just a lot more unknown and a lot of variables that have to get figured out. Basketball, I think, while it's expensive, and we know, they said Cooper Flagg made almost $30 million. Whether or not that's accurate or not, I don't know. But you can get by and figure things out if you're building it and you're doing it your way. I'm going to say it's going to be volleyball and or women's hockey more likely to get us another national championship than those two as we sit here right now.
No, I'm with you. I want the tattoo. That would be the happiest tattoo I've ever gotten. I've told him I'm not a tattoo guy. I want to get a half sleeve.
Preemptively do it.
I think
be a preemptive guy.
I think if they win a national championship in your lifetime, I don't think you should put the Bucky on your butt cheek. I think you should do like the cheerleaders have the temporary tattoos when they're on the field. I think it should be on your cheekbone. And it doesn't have to be as big. It'd be smaller.
A little baby cheek.
Well, it depends on where I'm at in this.
That's a good idea.
When it happens in the lifetime, if I'm 80, I don't care where they put it. You know what I mean?
It's fair. That's fair. What you
All
do
right,
care?
Benny. So what? Okay, go ahead. Jason.
Nope. I'm good. Go right ahead.
All right, so Benny, you're here. You're promoting this great event. I think, again, from a fandom standpoint, it was the best. I can remember we drank the Omni Hotel out of every beer that they possibly had. That whole thing was just a magical ride until Cinderella's shoe didn't fit no more on Monday night. What are you most intrigued when you're getting? First off, who do we have back when you're hosting the show? Who's back, and what are you most intrigued to find out about for the audience that's going to be at the Orpheum next Thursday night?
So 100% confirmed and will be on stage is Bo Ryan, the Naismith Hall of Famer, Frank Kaminsky, the National Player of the Year, Sam Decker, who is having a great overseas career after a short stint. Short's a bad term. I think he had 7 years in the NBA. I mean, that's nothing to squawk at. And then the glue of it all, Josh Gosser, everyone's favorite Badger. If you ask every Wisconsin Badger that played with Josh Gosser who their favorite teammate is, Josh will be at the top of the list. And I would say the best accident that ever happened to Wisconsin basketball for that run is when Josh Gosser stepped on my foot and tore his ACL his junior year. Because if he is not a part of that 2015
well,
team...
thank you, Benny. So we should be thanking you.
Yes, that's what I've been waiting for. Thank you, Ben.
Kudos to you, Benny, for blowing out Gosser's knee.
And so I will say I have a lot of people that may not be in attendance but will making an appearance with the capabilities that we have at the Orpheum. Hello, friends is a little tease. I'm not going to say names, but hello, friends to you all.
Oh, wow. Hello, friends.
Are you going to blow him off?
Jason, not now. We're back on good graces. I'm hoping that he forgot about that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, come on.
And many, many others. So, again, it's. I think what's exciting is what you have said, Tausch. The idea that this team is one of the last teams because the life has changed of a college athlete. It's the purest form of a team in college basketball that I think we've all ever seen in terms of how they were built, how they all stayed together, because there is no way in the world, I want to dive deep into this with them as well, which one of those three on stage would have left for money? Because we've all talked about that 2015 team in today's era, after the success of a 2014 Final Four.
Frank.
You think Frank's the money guy?
Yeah, Frank. No, I think Frank would have. What would somebody have paid Frank to leave Wisconsin? Sam has roots here. He's a Sheboygan guy. I don't think Sam it would have taken a bucket load.
I think Nigel would have been
Frank.
gone.
What would have Frank gotten?
Ooh,
that's not one of the choices.
In today's world, I mean, at least at minimum $3 million. At minimum $3 million.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's crazy to say.
I would guess Frank.
It's crazy to say minimum $3 million because the idea of NIL, it doesn't exist. It's literally, I'm seeing guys saying that are on the team, they're doing posts that say signed. What do you mean signed? You mean you're staying at the school because you signed for more money? That's what it means. It's not that you're, signing with a business. You're signing with the school because you were willing to get what you wanted from a money standpoint. I am salty, and I want to bring this up as well, because there's NIL payback from 2025 to 2016. Lots of money being handed out from the NCAA. Those two teams missed
for Benny,
it.
though. No, none of that.
Do we have any lawyers on Wilde and Tausch that can help us, push this back a couple years?
David Gruber.
Yeah, we got a bunch of lawyers. They should, if you're looking for them, I'm sure they'll get in touch with you.
If you guys set me up, I'll
What are you going to sue for? What are you suing?
I'm suing for why do we choose 2016 as the cutoff of payback?
Well, there's some type of statute, I'm sure, that's in play. Otherwise, everybody would do it.
Homer just says, you should. He just tells me you should sue, and Homer's pretty smart. So if Homer says you should sue, I'm not smart enough to sue. I need someone to help me sue.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
First thought I.
What, did Homer have a bad appearance last week? Are we down on Homer right now?
No, we love Homer.
No, we love Homer.
No.
We love Homer. So, Benny, what do you think? What can our fans that are sitting here thinking, I don't know, it's a Thursday night in the summer, but this team, give us your pitch for the people that are kind of holding out. I know we have, it's going to be a great crowd. Sell us. What do we get? Why do we want to come to the Orpheum next Thursday night?
It's an opportunity to get to know your favorite Badger team, as Tausch said, at an intimate level. You will never get to hear stories that they will tell to an audience. This is think about each and every one of your favorite group chats you're a part of, text messages with friends, laughter amongst each other, that you now get to get an inside look at the people and the personalities that you loved from a media standpoint, loved the players on the floor. I am going to dig out every little piece of information that I can share that is family friendly to this audience, because these are some of my best friends, and we don't talk about basketball. We're going to talk basketball, but the best moments about this team is getting to know them as individuals. It's at the Orpheum. I may be coming down in a tightrope. It's a Broadway show. We're opening up Broadway. We got personalities. Frank already told me he's going to steal the show.
Are you going to be coming down on a tightrope?
UWHoops2015.com to find out.
Spider-Man?
More like a Super Bowl.
That's quite a sales pitch.
Who's stealing? Who did you say stealing the show?
Frank Kaminsky already told me. I'm not even going to let you speak. I'm stealing the show.
Oh. Yeah, well, I think that
sounds like a pretty good plan, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I was like, run whatever road he wants to go down.
Isn't that the best sales pitch you got?
Is the stenographer going to play a part in this? Yeah, I think Frank taking over would be great.
Nigel Hayes is still overseas right now, so we were not able to get Nigel in person, and he was the one who fell in love with the stenographer on the viral video clip. But I just think this is the best way to celebrate, and after 10 years, to get to know your favorite team, as we're now losing, and Wisconsin's doing a great job, as good as they can, of recruiting their own players each year. But you got to watch these boys become men, and now you get to see them all still together, closer than ever. And that connection you had with this team, you will feel that instantly when you walk in the building at the Orpheum on June 26th.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that's a good pitch, Benny. Jason's even thinking about coming down.
I'm just happy I got Tausch to contribute on his 48th birthday after taking trivia off.
Yeah, I don't know which birthday it is. I don't have access to the internet. Ben, I'm curious. You were not on this team, as I mentioned. Mm-hmm. You were on the Final Four team the previous year. Tausch mentioned you were in Latvia or wherever you were playing professionally.
Lithuania.
The Milk Stars. We were sponsored by the Dairy Factory.
Do you know the other Baltic state? Hey, what's the other Baltic state, Benny, since you do Benny Brust trivia all the time?
Estonia.
Yes. Very nice. Kudos to Benny. All right.
How did you take in the Final Four run and the national champion? I don't want to steal any of your information. Did you leave the Baltic states to come along for the ride as a fan, or what is your recollection for you personally, since you'll be hosting this event?
It's a great question because it's a weird feeling. It's a really weird feeling being a part of something that was very special, and then seeing something that you have no control over that you were a part of go even further, right? Like addition by subtraction. I was gone. They got better. But I do remember after we lost in the Final Four, and it might have been on Madison.com from Jim Polzine, who I know you used to work with and know really well, Jason. I had said this 2015 team the next year after we lost to Dallas is set up for everything. In 2014, we won 16 in a row. We lost 5 of 6 in Big Ten play after this best start in school history that still exists. We won 8 in a row after that and made a Final Four after being down 13 at halftime at the Bradley Center. With 2 freshmen, a emerging Frank Kaminsky, a Sam Decker coming into his own, a Bronson Koenig. From the freshmen to the core to the upperclassmen, they experienced everything possible to prepare them for what they did in 2015. And it's hard to not feel a little bit of FOMO, if I'm going to be completely honest. There were times where I felt like, what happened to my life? Why am I not a part of this? But as you get older and you move on with life, you learn to have more appreciation for the journey and what part you played, even if it wasn't on the floor with those guys. It was being able to win at the Bradley Center, to go to Anaheim, and being able to somehow beat Arizona in overtime the year before. Because if those games don't happen, are the expectations the same? Is the team now thinking they can win a national championship, or is the goal to get to a Final Four? So all those little things, and just spending time with them has given me greater perspective to be not as like, oh, woe is me. This was amazing to be a part of, even though I wasn't a part of it. I now am just jealous that the one place I never was able to be at is the Omni Hotel after they beat Kentucky, because that sounded like one of the best times in the entire world.
I'm going to tell you, man, I as you're talking about that and remembering being at the Bradley Center and watching you guys come back against Oregon, that 2-year run, I don't think we'll ever see again. And that makes me a little bit nostalgic and sad, but it also, the great memories that this group, you included, that 2-year run, I don't know if there's a more exciting time as a Wisconsin Badger sports fan than those 2 years. I can't think of one. Maybe I'm missing something, but that run was so blank and unbelievable and a fun ride that you gave all of us as fans. So kudos to everybody involved. Can't wait.
Relive it.
How do we get tickets, Benny Boy?
Jason's done a good job of plugging it, so I didn't have to say UW Hoops 2015 10 times like I did the first time I joined you guys. That's UW Hoops 2015. 7 o'clock at the Orpheum on the 26th, next Thursday. I appreciate you having me on, boys.
Let's go.
So I went there, and I end up on Ticketmaster. Like, this is a legit event here, bro. Like, this isn't just Benny selling tickets out of the back of his trunk.
You think Benny was? You think you're Venmo and Benny?
Exactly.
Hey,
$40, and it says "Made him believe" in the Venmo.
$40 to Ben Brust, that Venmo 60, whatever.
Yeah, I would have put it all on black. That would have been a bad idea.
Yeah,
by the way, they also point out on Ticketmaster, it is a cashless venue. So be sure, if you're gonna, buy snacks or whatever it might be,
Tausch.
it's all on Ben.
Yeah, cashless venue. But parking is cash. You could park. That's a whole nother.
It was $20.15, but Ticketmaster now legally has to share their fees. So know that it was $20.15 prior to the fees being listed, which, I don't know, it adds to the craziness of the transparency of everything we pay for.
All right. Well, just again to emphasize this, and this is not like some sort of phony baloney late push for ticket sales. We are close to sold out. I mean, this is a really neat event, and we're legitimately close to being completely sold out. But we did want to give folks that maybe didn't hear the promotions that started, 2 months ago? Probably
2 months ago, right around the Final Four, and now, as you know, a lot of people are figuring out what they want to do, and if they don't have plans, I mean, it's going to be a great weekend in Madison. There's a big concert at Camp Randall on Sunday, so if you want to make a weekend out of it, start with Made 'em Believe on Thursday.
There you go.
All right, so
Made 'em Believe.
And Ben will be the host, but if you want to go in spite of that fact, again, the website is uwhoops2015.com for tickets, or you can win 2 tickets right blanking now.
What?
I know.
Wow.
Ben Brust is going to send you Venmo money to pay you back for all of your Ticketmaster fees, just like he sent Jesse $40 via Venmo. Benny, I will get the caller. We will let you go. Get ready for KBN a little bit later today, buddy. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us.
Wait a second. Did you guys ever IPT the fact that I Venmo'd Jesse Nelson $50 for his wedding?
Yeah, an hour
we were told
ago.
40.
Yeah.
And it was
40? No way. No way. I wouldn't do 40. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
do 40. All right, get the caller. Thanks, guys.
You were a different person back then, Ben.
Not really, though. All right, Jesse, we're giving away 2 tickets to this great event. Again, uwhoops2015.com. If you don't win the tickets, you'll hear the untold stories, memories from that season, and special guests who are sure to make it a night to remember. Made 'em Believe. Again, it is Thursday, June 26th, so a week from this coming Thursday. It is at the Orpheum Theater in Madison, and right now you will win 2 tickets. Count them, 2 tickets right now if you are caller 15 for 2015 at 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 15 wins tickets to Made 'em Believe next Thursday at the Orpheum Theater in Madison. We still have one more segment left in the 10 o'clock hour, so we will get to that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
And now for the Pella play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks, Gina Della from Pella. What a beautiful day to have new windows and doors installed.
Every day is beautiful because Pella installs year-round during all seasons.
It's so hard to guess that next pitch. The customizations seem endless.
And it doesn't have to be super expensive. Pella has a product line for every budget.
And if it is time for a major upgrade, rest easy by scoring no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply on 6/30/2025.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Joe Fortenbaugh.
That dinner bill has come due for the great city of Boston for 2 decades of running through the rest of us in every major professional sport. Look at what's happened over the last few months. Tatum Achilles injury. Boston Bruins trade Brad Marchand to the Florida Panthers. You come to the Red Sox. This was supposed to be a year that they were going to compete. They finally get hot and they trade their best player away for nothing. And do we even need to mention the Patriots? Fell apart with the Brady-Belichick relationship. Watch Brady win in Tampa, then watch Belichick flounder the last few years. Mayo comes in for a year. He's run out. Boston sports has owned the rest of us for 2 decades. Feel free to relish in their misery now, watching it all burn down and fall apart, because that's the most expensive dinner bill of all time that's finally come due.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Something amazing is happening when power outages strike. Teams are powering through them. That's because CDW Solutions architects are building more resilient IT and electrical infrastructures with Schneider Electric. With EcoCare remote monitoring services and 24/7 support, your organization can do more than keep the lights on. Schneider Electric and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Schneider Electric.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Congratulations to It's Pat's Patricia in New Berlin. She had never called the show before. And now she won 2 tickets to Made 'em Believe at the Orpheum next Thursday, a week from Thursday, in Madison as they celebrate the 2015 UW Hoops team. Patricia, congratulations. Enjoy yourself at the big show. By the way, we give Ben a hard time. I think he's going to be absolutely fantastic as the MC for this event. So we do like to tease Ben when he's on here, but I'm sure he's going to crush it. And I did not realize that it was his fault that Josh Gosser had another year of eligibility in order to be a part of winning.
You're not putting it on Ben. I mean, he's playing hoops. It's not like he went and steamrolled him and blew his knee out.
I understand. He presented it as his fault, so I thought he was getting credit for that. I was trying to more give him credit than criticize him. But, yeah, obviously.
Hey, attaboy, Ben. Way to blow out Gosser's knee. I get what you're saying, but
I mean, that is what he's. I mean, that is kind of what he said, though, right?
Verbatim. No, that is what he said.
Okay. So again, if you have not gotten the tickets, I am not. This is not me trying to goose ticket sales. There are only a few left. So if you do want to go, I do recommend going to uwhoops2015.com before they are all gone, because it is going to be a very fun event.
What is the sporting? Would it be the 82 Brewers? Like, what would be the team you'd want to?
Yeah, I mean, look, now that I've downloaded the Roku channel, I have now watched the Just a Bit Outside documentary
Roku a channel?
4 times.
Is that a channel or like is that like a Netflix?
Both. The Brewers played on the Roku channel last weekend against the Padres.
What does Roku stand for? Is that so? Roku is basically Netflix. Is that right?
Well, no, it's its own version of a streaming service.
Netflix can be found.
That's my.
This is really going to be confusing for you. Netflix can be found.
That didn't sound condescending at all, by the way.
So Roku, you plug into your TV, so it gives you access to things like Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu and all those different streaming platforms. But also, in addition to that, Roku has its own like central thing where it has original shows and movies and stuff like that, sports. Yeah.
Well, doesn't Netflix have that too?
No, I don't think they have a apparatus that you plug into your television's USB port that gives you all that. So, no. But it does.
You're right, Jesse. Condescend all you want. You're 100% right. Don't have a clue. So is it Charter? Is it like an old cable company? That's what Roku is?
No. You know what it's like? Because it's like its own Apple TV contraption.
Yeah.
Like you connect an Apple TV, the newer ones, you have all the other apps on it, but then they also have their own programming. Netflix doesn't have like
too.
No, you don't. Netflix does not send you a hard piece of hardware that you plug into your television.
Roku is more or less like a cable box.
It's a device.
It's like a cable box, but then
I like cable boxes.
But then you'd still have to
pay
complain
all the time we don't have cable boxes.
Actually, it's a lot like a cable box.
Because I thought it was more like
I want to be
TV,
back in the old school. I want cable boxes back. So maybe I need to become Johnny Roku. It sounds like Roku's the old cable box.
You can come over to my house and test it out. How about that? We'll see what you like.
Well, it's a good thing that Kohler Services and all the great work they do is not nearly as confusing as whatever the hell Roku is, because they have been a great partner.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think you guys know what Roku is. So I mean, I'll take it with a grain of salt. I ain't taking anybody doing anything with anybody but Kohler Services with a grain of salt, though. Are we on the same page? Looking to update your bath or shower? Well, our friends at Kohler Services has an offer for you. Family owned for 150 years. Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. Again, that is KohlerServicesWI.com. And Jess, you can put up on our little Jumbotron deal that you put up on our
Roku.
tour dates. It's not on Roku because that's a cable box, according to you two. I am going to be taking my maul, my hard hat, and I am going to be wrecking some stuff.
Oh, dear.
Demo day with our friends from Kohler Services. You guys are not coming with me, but I think that should be on a tour date. I still don't know exactly where I'm going. It's a little further away than I wanted, but
this is on your calendar.
I will be
exactly
taking my maul
how I thought it would be.
And my hard hat, and I'm going to start ripping
4 to 5.
I'm going to start ripping some stuff up with that maul. I hope somebody's there, because what I don't want to do is break a water line. That I don't want any part of. But I am going to take that maul and I'm going to go to work.
Someone's there. There's no way they're going to let you ruin Kohler Services' good name.
Going in
Listen, man, I don't know what's all going to happen. I know I'm taking a big old maul, and I am going to be breaking blank up. That's what I know I'm doing.
Okay.
Going to be a total meathead.
It's 11.
Have you ever had that where the house is getting condemned?
No, I haven't.
And you get to go, you go and drink beers in the house, and you get to just take mauls and like break stuff?
It's like
those are fun
You
parties.
went into abandoned houses and drank beers and swung mauls?
If you found out the house was getting condemned, yes, you could go in there. They'd let you take mauls, and you just crack open some Coors Lights, and you just go to work. There's like that to me, like for my 50th, that may be what I'm going to do. I might just find an old abandoned house.
Spare me the invitation.
Trust me,
I'd rather
I will.
go see the Killers. All right, it's 11:19, and the 11 o'clock hour has not yet started.
Happy birthday.
Jesse, we're going to push Take It to the Bank to tomorrow.
Yeah, Take It to the Bank that hasn't had a chance this week.
But I do want to hear this audio next from Jim, Matt, and Molly, because at our behest, Tausch changed Nookie to Binky, from what I can tell. Thank God for that. We'll explain in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's national park of speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. IndyCar XPEL Grand Prix is up next on June 19th through the 22nd. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Truck drivers, the job you have today might not be the one you want tomorrow, and that's okay. At Schneider, our transfer team is here to help you if you decide the job you picked isn't the right fit, or if you come across life changes that require a different schedule or home time. Last year, nearly 2,000 Schneider drivers transferred to different opportunities at the company that better met their lifestyle. Find the driving job that fits yours and your family's needs. Apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11:22 hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. And I want to get to this because we're running out of show because we're so far behind. And my apologies to those of you that are driving around.
All I wanted to for my birthday was to stay on the clock today. That was the only gift I wanted.
Well, then you should have taken the show off.
Oh, burn.
He got you good.
That's filthy. That's pretty Bernie. That's pretty Bernie.
So yesterday, we had a great conversation. Myself on the campus of UW Green Bay, Tausch in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios about this piece that Rob Domofsky and Eric Woodyard and Kevin Seifert, or as he's known sometimes on this show, Seifert, and Courtney Cronin had as the NFC North roundtable about quarterbacks with the most to prove. It was a great. I mean, I recommend going to the ESPN Wisconsin app and listening to it if you missed it yesterday. It was great. But at one point, Tausch referred to Jared Goff, who he believes has the most to prove this season because of Ben Johnson's departure as offensive coordinator to become the head coach of the Bears. He referred to Ben Johnson as Jared Goff's nookie.
Would you like to hear what Tausch said yesterday for a full retrospective?
No, because we don't have time for that. But I do want to hear what he said with Jim, Matt, and Molly. Because it is my understanding that there was a slight shift in the pacifier reference, and it became Binky?
A little different. So Jim Rutledge responded to... They played Tausch's commentary, calling it a Binky, and then Rutledge had his own thing to say. Here's what Jim said on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You want to talk about a guy with a Binky? How about Jordan Love, who's been sucking at the teat of Matt LaFleur's offense, right? This is year 6 of Jordan Love and his Binky, Matt LaFleur. You want to talk about a guy who has it easy. Talk about a guy who has not had to change his offensive coordinator or his play caller or the voice in his head one time in his entire damn career. That's a guy who needs to prove he can go win without his Binky. That would be Jordan Love.
Small correction. It was not during the time he was the starter, obviously, but Nathaniel Hackett was the offensive coordinator for the first portion of Jordan Love's career as the backup. But otherwise, Tausch, how did you respond to noted Bears fan James J. Rutledge?
Well, I didn't hear this. I wasn't on the show, so I didn't know anything about it.
How do you respond? I'm sorry.
What am I responding to? Like, that Jordan Love's not under a bunch of pressure? Yeah, he is. I'm not arguing that.
Do you believe that he's had his own Binky?
Yeah, Jordan Love's had a Binky. Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. And I'm saying now the excuses or the growth that we gave some grace where Jordan Love's at, I think those conversations are done. It is now time to go. So is there a lot of pressure on him? Yes, I put him second, and I put him right behind Jared Goff. Like, you have to pick. And I know Jimmy always wants to make the pass. That's what Jimmy does, and that's fine. But there is I think the perception that Jordan Love is good. Is he great? Is he a top 5 MVP vote getter like Jared Goff? Was he a top 2 pick in the NFL draft? No. Did he make a Super Bowl and everybody? Has Jordan Love been traded and had to been handed a first-round pick for someone to take him? No. So Jordan Love is on the arc. He is on the growth arc. Jared Goff is there. This is Jared Goff. And now, without his Binky, I want to see it. That's all. So I'm not getting in like a fight with Jimmy. It's not, I like getting in squabbles with him, but I'm not going to squabble with him about this. Both are under a lot of pressure. Welcome to the NFL as a big boy quarterback making $50 million plus. That's what you sign up for. And I think Jared Goff, if he fills his britches this year and doesn't play well, what do you think the narrative on Jared Goff is going to be? You remember he threw 5 picks last year with Ben Johnson in one game. What is, Jason, you know media, you know this a lot better than I do. What will the storyline be if the Lions struggle and they find a way to just barely get in the playoffs, but Goff stinks for most of the season? What do you think the conversation is going to be like nationally and in Detroit?
Jared Goff lost his Binky, and now he stinks because Ben Johnson's in Chicago.
And we got to replace him. He's old, and it's time. That will be the conversation in Detroit if that happens. Jordan Love has a bad season. There might be some fans that are saying, well, maybe we got to drop. But Jordan Love is getting another year. I think Goff will too, but I'm just saying this whole thing, it is razor's thin. I just decided to go Goff because I think their window is tighter. I think the pressure is hotter because they're the kings of the blanking North, and we're not right now. Period. Thin.
Yeah. I don't disagree with anything you said there. Again, I think what we did yesterday was we put Goff and Love in one group, a subgroup, if you will.
We could cross-pollinate, just like that tournament.
Yes, indeed. You said it then, and I'm glad you said it again because you've made it very clear you're unhappy with the structure of that tournament. And then we put Caleb Williams and J.J. McCarthy in the other group. By the way, Kevin Seifert has a good piece on ESPN.com today that I read as well about where J.J. McCarthy is in his development. There are going to be some growing pains there. I feel fairly confident in that.
Good. How soon? What week is your buddy? What's your buddy's name up there in the Twin Cities?
Judd Zolgad.
Judder. When is Judder going to say it's time to go get Kirk? Don't waste the season with all these great players that we got. We've proven our roster's strong. Jay Jett is going to be upset if he ain't getting a pill on time. And Addison, how soon is it going to be till your guy is going to be clamoring for the Cousinator?
Yeah,
Week 4?
Great question. I don't know how patient Vikings fans are or Vikings media is, but look, if they
are the fairest weather of the North. I would tell you that now.
Thank you you finished my thought for me, as you often do.
Well, that's what we do.
That's what we do around here, just like Tausch always tells us about Coors Light.
Hey, do you think before I tell you about Coors Light again?
No, tell me later.
All right, Coors Light.
11:29.
Whether it's you're celebrating a birthday,
or selling a birthday,
you can sell a birthday. Crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Make sure those mountains. Oh, look at on that can there. That's all blue. That's what you're looking for. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
A lot of fans.
I'm going to ask Jason this question.
Yes, tease us out, old boy.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. I heard something from Aaron Rodgers in vis-a-vis the Minnesota Vikings. I want to hear Jason tell us if he buys what Aaron Rodgers was selling us about his interest or lack thereof within the Minnesota Vikings. We will do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker. It's a three. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe. A special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky. The drop stab.
That's his favorite.
And the two.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at UWHoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
And now for the Pella play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks, Gina Della from Pella. What a beautiful day to have new windows and doors installed.
Every day is beautiful because Pella installs year-round during all seasons.
It's so hard to guess that next pitch. The customizations seem endless.
And it doesn't have to be super expensive. Pella has a product line for every budget.
And if it is time for a major upgrade, rest easy by scoring no interest and no payments for up to 2 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply on 6/30/2025.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Every so often in medicine, something comes along that is truly revolutionary.
Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, former orthopedic surgeon, now National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
I believe this is one of those things.
Dr. Scheinkup is talking about regenerative medicine, something he's practiced, researched, and written about for nearly 2 decades.
The old ways of dealing with joint pain, such as steroids and surgery, are no longer the best ways.
If you have pain from arthritis or injury, you owe it to yourself to learn more about this exciting option, using your own body's natural power to get lasting relief. And there's no better place to learn than QC Kinetics.
There is no one in this country today with more clinics, more satisfied patients, more advanced protocols, or more experience in using this exciting option to deliver life-changing results.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 24-pack Essential Everyday Purified Water, 2 for $6. 7 to 16-ounce selected varieties Barilla Pasta or Ready Pasta, 2 for $3. 6-count selected varieties Klondike Bars, 2 for $8. 12-ounce selected varieties Helva Good Dips, 2 for $3.
Let's get some strawberries.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I see the light and go past my shoulder on one less day.
All right, Tausch, before we get to Whoa Nelly, hit me with your question.
Hit me with your question.
Nice pep.
I saw it when Rodgers did his media availability on Pittsburgh. It was Pittsburgh or nowhere. We buying that?
Well, it's easy to say that when the Minnesota Vikings have told you, sorry, KOC I love you. I loved working out with you. I'm a good friend of yours. But we're sticking with J.J. McCarthy, at least until we call Kirk Cousins midway through the season or trade for him from the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know. He talked specifically about his relationship with Kevin O'Connell and said they had conversations when he was on with McAfee during the season, during the offseason, before he committed to the Steelers.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you buying it or not?
Yeah, it was the Steelers or nobody. Once the Vikings said, well, this isn't going to work. The timing isn't going to work. So it's easy to say that. I mean, he said he would have quit than play for the Vikings or something to that effect. Am I quoting him accurately?
I don't know about that, but I think it's – I would venture to say if that opportunity arose, I think it would have been very, very difficult for him to not take advantage of that.
Yeah.
That's just my own opinion.
Yep, I agree. But again, what he said is not a lie. It was the Steelers or nobody.
Oh, the old immunizer. Okay, all right.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah. It was the Steelers were the only place with an open job for me to join. Yeah, that's what I believe. Okay. And he has his truth, and he's speaking his truth. My truth about Associated Bank is that I've been a customer of theirs since the inception of this show, and they have been a great, great partner of the show, and they have great, great customer service that I tell you about all the time. And you should experience it too, whether you're a Packers fan, a Brewers fan, or a Badgers fan, and you want to get those checking accounts, or you just want the regular run-of-the-mill old Associated Bank logo like I have on my cards. And no, I'm not going to tell you what the account numbers are, but I can tell you I'm 53 years old. Check out AssociatedBank.com to find out more about early pay, so you have access to your money up to 2 days early, about credit monitoring to make sure your credit score is where you need it to be, to have all the spending power that you need, and, of course, fraud protection to make sure you're guarding against people who are trying to steal your identity and your money. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Summer in Milwaukee means a couple of things: Brewers baseball and live music. Get the best of both when the Brewers take on the Rockies June 27th, featuring a post-game concert by Nelly. Then the first 25,000 fans at the game on June 28th get a Pat Murphy Manager of the Year bobblehead, courtesy of Toyota. Get ready for a weekend you'll be talking about all summer. Get your tickets at Brewers.com.
The big gig is back, starting June 19th. 9 days, hundreds of musical acts. Summerfest in Milwaukee is the event of the summer. Plus, tune into 94.5 ESPN all 3 weekends for Summerfest Saturday. Enter for your chance to win tickets to the ESPN Wisconsin app or visit summerfest.com. We'll see you out there.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate, when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at discount liquor.
It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. There is no other party like Summerfest. Buy any one 15-pack of 16-ounce aluminum bottles of Miller Lite, Coors Light, or Coors Banquet, or any one 12-pack of Happy Thursday Spiked Refresher, and receive one free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and in Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
See us for your free Summerfest ticket and check out our specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
With more than 35,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served more than 5 million people globally. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Erica, it's good to see you.
How are things at our amazing Germantown location?
Absolutely fantastic. We heard you had a bold idea. What is it?
We're celebrating our 45th year in business, so I think we should give away some natural diamonds. Wow, that is a bold idea. How many and how big? 3/4 of a carat. 9 natural diamonds, each one clarity enhanced for maximum brilliance. 1 diamond for each store.
How should we mount them, Erica?
We'll give them away as diamond pendants.
So each of the 9 Kessler stores will have their own diamond pendant to give away?
Yeah, and all a person will have to do is to walk into a store and register to win. Can a person travel to all 9 stores and register at each one? Yeah, why not? And people will have from now until July 28th to register.
I'm in.
Me too.
It's unanimous, and people should bring in all their old jewelry so that we can professionally clean it for them for free.
That makes so much difference.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Clock, sort of. You got about 3 minutes, Jesse, for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
All right, so a couple of birthday housekeeping notes here for Tausch yet. First of all, Dan in Cambria just gave me a phone call off air. He wasn't able to stay on, but he did say, would it be great if Max and Eleanor got Tausch a dog for his birthday? Kind of swing the cards around.
That would be
Love it.
No, that would not be great, but that would be bold. Very bold.
What would you do?
I don't know.
You're not going to return the dog.
You can't return a dog that's gifted to you.
I would be wondering where I lost control, would be my first question.
Well, if that's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Whoa Nelly!
What is, Mark Tauscher, what is the best birthday gift, if you can recall, in your life that you ever got?
Oh. I don't think there's anything that just pops out at the top of my head as far as some arcade game or something like that.
Hansel and Gretel poster.
You know what? I'll tell you. And the problem is because Father's Day it's not Hansel and Gretel. Although that would be nice. I don't know. Because Father's Day now, the last 12, 13, 14 years, they coincide. There's a lot of, I guess, runs together. But there's not one thing that is I'm sure if I could be reminded, my memory's not as fantabulous as it used to be. So nothing pops at that would be the best thing that I've ever got, if that makes any sense.
Jason, do you know what your best birthday gift ever was off the top of your head?
Yes, I do. In fact, it's right down here in the in what the girls consider to be a creepy shrine to my childhood hero, Robin Yount, who someday I'd like to have in here as a in-person guest so he can agree with them that it's a creepy shrine. I have a signed County Stadium seat from when they closed County Stadium and they opened then Miller Park, now AmFam Field. They sold all the seats, and then Robin Yount signed a bunch of them, and I have one. It's awesome. It's one of the coolest things I own, and that was a remarkable gift that I received.
Whoa, Nelly! Well, hold off on a Nelly. I do remember now. This was my 40th birthday, and it wasn't.
How many birthdays ago
tangible.
Was that?
Sorry, 8 years ago, Jason, because I'm 48.
Oh.
And Sarah, what she did was she went around and got videos of people wishing me a happy 40th, and I didn't know who was all going to be on there. And that is probably, now that I think about it, that was my favorite probably birthday present that I've gotten in my 48 years.
That's great. That is a good one. Yeah. She's good. I would say this. I take a lot of pride in my gift giving, but she's in the discussion. She's really, really good. So I'm not sure. I'm not here to say who's better.
She helped me pick out that Hansel and Gretel.
That's
so
not
I
the
don't
story.
know. Maybe that.
That's not the version of the story I heard, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure that's not what you heard.
Whoa, Nelly!
Whoa, Nelly! Now feels like the time to move on from that. By the way, so we started the show with saying that we both Googled, or Evan and I don't know if Jason did or not, we Googled Tausch to see when his birthday was and how old he was, because it's available for public information.
Yeah, on a variety of websites.
Ken in West Dallas texted on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. He was listening to another show on another radio station, which we won't talk about.
What the hell was he doing that for?
But he was doing that well before our show started this morning.
Oh, okay.
And they list these celebrity birthdays, and on their list of celebrity birthdays, Mark Tauscher was listed.
Let's go!
So you are one of the celebrity birthdays officially owning.
Oh, let's go!
June
if another
17th.
radio station is saying it's your birthday, you are a celebrity.
Awesome.
I feel very confident
Appreciate
that whatever
the
that
wishes.
station was, on February 15th or on the 14th, since Tausch thinks my birthday is on Valentine's Day, did not announce my birthday.
The question I have is, did Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on our station wish me happy birthday on air?
I don't know. I wasn't listening. I was on it. They did not mention it during my segment.
Well, I know there's a certain producer that sent me a very nice text earlier. One of my, a producer of that program. I'm a big fan of his, especially his book list. And I need another book, Joshy, from you.
Whoa, Nelly!
Also, if you want to wish Mark Chmura a happy birthday, you're 115 days late per Pro Football Reference because he turned 56.
Local celebrity.
On February 22nd, which is also information available for the public.
Last thing here, Brianna in Milwaukee texted in earlier saying that it was her daughter's birthday and that she asked for a radio. She's 5 years old and asked for a radio so she could listen more to Wilde and Tausch. Brianna texts back, my daughter's name is Kinsley. We're listening right now, and she is so excited.
That is awesome.
Can we sing happy birthday to her, the three of us together? Can we pull that off?
Sure.
In three places, this is going to go poorly. Sure, let's try it.
Well, it'll sound more like a round, like row, row, row your boat.
Merrily.
Yes, exactly. A one.
I love the fact that Brianna is Kinsley listening. I can't even get my own daughter to listen to the show. So kudos to you, Brianna, for getting that done.
A one.
And really, to Kinsley.
Yeah. This is going to go very well.
A one, a two, a three. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, no.
Kinsley.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kinsley.
Woo. Happy birthday to you.
What a world.
Happy birthday, Kinsley.
Let's never do that again.
We look forward to Tausch's 49th birthday next year when we will sing to you again, and it will be just as bad.
When do you think she'll lose interest? When do you think she'll lose interest?
Right about now.
What do you think Kinsley thinks Elton Jenkins is going to do?
I think she realizes Elton's going to get a deal done that'll probably be team friendlier than he wishes. That's what Kinsley's probably thinking.
All right. Happy birthday, Kinsley.
Yep.
We will wrap up the Tausch and Kinsley birthday edition.
Do you wonder what kind of radio? Like, is it the professor from Gilligan's Island kind of radio, or what kind of radio it is?
I have that, and I think you have one of these too, unless you forgot it when we did the show there. Steinhoffel's had those really cool old-timey radios that they were giving away, and they gave us those. I have mine in my office at Lambeau Field. You plug in your iPhone to it. You can play it as a speaker. It's awesome. And then you could stream our show on ESPN Wisconsin app, and then you'd have high-quality audio streaming from a radio like that. I don't know what Kinsley got, but those are pretty nifty. The girls share one because I got a second one from Chad Dern, which I appreciate. All right, we got to wrap things up on the birthday edition of Wilde and Tausch.
You're a beauty.
So stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. It doesn't matter if it's your first betting slip ever or just the first one of the week. We've got your Potawatomi sportsbook picks covered. Tune in Wednesdays to the Weekly Wager with Greg Matzik, Ben Brust, and Jen Latta.
If someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything, you take it.
The Weekly Wager, Wednesday nights at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me. I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Landworks handles projects of all sizes. From a cozy pocket patio lush with greenery to a grand outdoor hosting space and everything in between. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all of your landscaping needs. The Landworks team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
This fall, build your perfect Wisconsin football game day with a mini pack. Pick any 3 games, including Big Ten matchups like Washington, Iowa, and Ohio State, and save while cheering on the Badgers. Big matchups, big moments, and it's all on your schedule. Football mini packs are available now. Create your custom game day experience today at uwbadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS. First touchdown to the 5th quarter. There's always something to enjoy. Football game day starts here. We'll see you at Camp Randall.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or
choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about my go-to car wash, Tsunami Express. Get your ride looking its best and ride the wave at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for that perfect shine. Sign up for a monthly membership and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the wait with the fast lane and take advantage of great perks. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant, Tsunami Express has you covered. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to learn more.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
We close the birthday edition of Wilde and Tausch, celebrating Tausch's birthday with a text message on the Carbless Talk and Text line.
There have been a lot of good ones coming in all day today. A lot of great fans of the show that know some of the inside stuff that makes Tausch click. This one's a recent one, but a good one from Matt and Franklin. I bought Tausch some mulligans for his next golf outing. Happy birthday.
To be used only on the green. Tausch, enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Well, there are times where I irritate you, and you certainly irritate me. This show is what it is because of you.
Well, thank you for the birthday wish.
That's a horrible birthday wish.
Yeah, what a jerk. And the way he emphasized certainly, like he's just taking shrapnel on every day. Jason, thank you so much for that great birthday wish. What a way to send me off. Oh, I couldn't be more blessed.
See you at the Hard Rock tomorrow.
God.
Can't wait to do a show in person with you.
I'm going to run you off at 90. I'm running you off at 90 tomorrow.
Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards.